seems good.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome back to Goldbound. As you can see, it is Mithril Bar Smelt Clock. Let's get the boo cam on. Make sure he's hanging around. There we go. Good morning, good morning. As you can see, we're smelting up the Mithril Bars from yesterday. I did try to sell some last night, like overnight as ore, but there's a bit of a price drop, so I'm gonna smelt up most of them and sell a couple of them as bars, or a couple of them as ore. Resident of Kanto, still on vacation, but had to stop in to resub. Yo, hope you're enjoying the vacation. And greetings, traveler, with the Twitch Prime. Got some ominous Tear Guard sound music here down in Fuse Light by the Sea. But how's everyone doing this morning? We are shredding a Thursday Goldbound today, which doesn't happen every week. But let's just say the transmog markets seem to be moving quite slow the last couple weeks, so we might have to get a bit more consistent gold and play a little bit more. That's okay though. This music is making you think we're about to get a punishment zone. It is some ominous music. Bonus Goldbound day. Yep. It does mean no hardcore today, but we gotta make some gold. We gotta make some gold. I'll get these Mithril Bars listed up. We'll get the Dark Fair fishing hat going. There's a couple farms I want to do today. Of course, we'll go for some Alderman rares, some Alderman supers, but we can't spend too much time in Alderman. I was looking at my auction house. I have, like, from Alda, like 1.5 million gold right now on the auction house. And I think I've sold 1,000 gold worth. I'm not going for, like, crazy low prices, you know, like, I'm not trying to, like, tank the market on some of these items, but it's been moving slow, guys. It's, like, over 300 items. But if we get a super, all our problems are solved. Let's get this, the Darkmoon Fair fishing hat. Farming bar. Un momento. I just want to track it on Farming Bar. Actually, I should probably do the token total as well since we're live. Token total as well. Worth it. Gold tracker. Reload UI. That way we can see where we're at. The old greens don't sell. They sell. Yeah, they're like slow. But I have like 10 of a bunch of recipes and a bunch of like BOE blues as well. But yeah, like the greens, there's a lot of supply because people are going for like the supers, right? I was kind of vibing with Cheer Guard sound, to be honest. Morning, TN horror fan. Jaeger, greetings, traveler. Welcome in. Cutie TV with the 10 consecutive streams. Greetings, traveler. Welcome in. As you guys can see, we are on Goldbound today. We were just talking. The transmog markets, especially, are moving slow. So we're going to do some consistent gold as well. We got a lot of stuff yesterday. Also, I've got a lot of... How's the volume? It's loud for me. One sec. Is that too loud for music for you guys? I'll turn it down a little bit on my end. There we go. Dark Fuel, Solaz, good morning all. I was also doing a bit of testing this morning, and the fishing here is actually pretty darn... It's not terrible. It would be amazing if... I guess I have some of the fish here. This is pretty much what we get when we're fishing here. It's actually about 4,000 to 5,000 gold per hour right now with the spotted yellowtail prices. But in this area, which I didn't know was a thing, we get raw glossy mitefish. So instead of large raw mitefish, it's raw glossy, and these are worth like, compared to raw large mitefish, those things are worth nothing. So the real fish you really are trying to get here is the raw spotted yellowtails, which aren't bad. They're like 20 to 30 gold each. However, they can fluctuate. As you can see here, I have sold some in the past. Average sale price in the past has been 17 gold. Last sold 19 days ago. I got a couple of these from Dustfell Marsh as well. So, it's an interesting one, because, yeah, the raw glossy mitefish, I didn't know about that. Whereas just up the road here, or down the road, I guess, Swamp of Sorrows is large raw. But not for us today. Not for us today. Yo, Necromantics, greetings, traveler, with a Twitch Prime. Welcome in, and good morning. Happy Thursday, Goldbound Thursday. I do have like a ton of... I still have like 72 cured heavy hides selling. So I have like 10k in hides, which is good. Solid stone, obviously lots of mithril bars. So we have a lot of good stock, or you know what I mean? We just have to move it and get a little bit more as well. That's the goal. Whoa, someone's trying to schmoz. Look at that. Someone's trying to catch people off guard. We were talking about this yesterday. I think that's technically against terms of service. They're posting 1 for 2 gold, trying to get people to post at that price to buy it out. Because if you don't look and just auto post, you would sell it for 1/10 of the price. A little bit suspect. I don't know. If anyone wants one Dragon's Teeth for 2 gold, then you can go. That's all you. Good evening from Sweden. Yo, good evening. Good morning here, but good evening to you. Looking forward to classic Goldbound. We will definitely be doing some gold content on whatever classic plus is. So we'll see. I want to see what the lay of the land is, and then we'll take it from there. There's actually not many posted here. I don't know if it's actually going to sell for more or not, but it's always worth a shot. Can you explain about an undercut being against terms of service? Well, we were talking a little bit about yesterday about when, like, sometimes flipping. I haven't looked into the actual terms, but apparently people have been banned for excessive market manipulation. Apparently, sometimes people. This is what I heard. Sometimes people posting for like a low amount, trying to get people to post at that amount, because they're probably repeatedly doing it, right? I don't know. I'd have to read the terms of service, but allegedly, or like taking a 10 gold item and making it like 15,000 gold indefinitely can be seen as market manipulation. Yo, Jaeger with the 125 stream streak. Greetings, traveler. Looked at my coming at first light on the 5th day at dawn. Look to the east. The man, the myth, the legend. So like a form of griefing, that makes sense? Yeah, it's like a form of griefing where kind of like, you know, trade window scamming, where it's like the player doesn't want to buy it or sell it for that price, but they end up doing it by accident because of what you're doing. But I don't know. I don't know if that's legitimately against terms of service. I would have to read those exact terms. But what I would say is I probably wouldn't try to set like say, for example, say you have something like a Darkmoon Firewater, right? If you posted one for like 1 copper, hoping when someone goes to sell their Darkmoon Firewater, they just click create auction. But I don't know. At the same time, auction knows his PvP, so who knows? Not me. Just gonna mark some of these as trash here from the Darkmoon Firewaters. So hot in the UK, third heat wave in as many weeks. I have been hearing the stories from some travelers about the heat waves around. Stay hydrated out there, guys. Stay cool. It's crazy out there. Kaylin, greetings, traveler, and good morning. We got the coffee rolling here. It is... We don't even have too much smoke right now. We had a lot of fires around, I think, but not too much smoke right now. It's 32 right now. Horrid behavior from the sun, yeah. Where's the pasta jar? The mason jar? It's empty here. But I got my water here, don't you worry. The water is here. I got too many beverages, guys. I also got my big water here. But this morning, I got a hot coffee. I'm sorry for all you that are in heat waves, but I am a little bit chilly this morning. So I had a hot coffee instead of an iced coffee. It's not like it's super cold out, but I am a basement dweller here in my stream room. And it gets like very little natural sun. Like the sun you see on the chair back there is literally all the sun that this room will see. It's just the way it faces, and then it stays really cold, like it's because it's in the basement, right? So it's hot air rises in the shade. So I was kind of cold this morning when I was doing some reposting and whatnot. So I opted for the hot coffee, basically. Moral of the story, guys. Moral of the story. Now, about the WoW token, as you can see here at 109k. We do have a lot of item value. We have a lot of transmog value. We've gotten quite a few blue drops, like blue BOEs in Elda. We've also gotten quite a few... We've pretty much gotten every single green item in Eldaman at this point that we want to sell. We have like about 1.5 million item value from Alderman on the auction house. And a good chunk of that is actually like in blues and like reasonably priced items too. Like there's nothing there overpriced. Since we've been in Element, I think I've made like 1,000 or 2,000 gold from sales, which is not great. But if we sold one of our bigger items, it's like a big ticket, so we'll see what happens.
Nice to see that one of my favorite streamers are live. Now I know what I can watch when I eat food in a bit powerful to hypers.
Yo, Vargnator. Greetings, traveler. Appreciate the tier 1, and enjoy your grub when you sit down with some food. Let's go. Daniel, good afternoon, traveler, over on YouTube chat. We'll start off with like a little bit of fishing here before we get off to some other farms too. As you can see, based on Loot Appraiser, it's about 5k. It's about 5,000 gold per hour. Because we have the Darkwing Bear fishing hat, it is technically a bit better because every hour we can do that. But that's just any farm that we have right now. Because like a lot of these too, like when we do Elderman, I'm probably going to be selling more items than I would normally. Because we will do Elderman today. You can't not do Elderman in Badlands. But a lot of them that I have a 3 or 4 on the auction house for, I'll just vendor. I don't need to get a 6th or a 7th item on the auction house of an item. AC broke last weekend. The baking when you're not at work. Oh, AC breaking right now is not good. We just need to get a Fez from Alda, then we'll be set for a few tokens. Yeah. Yep. That's all we need. Maybe one Fez, one Pendulum of Doom. We'll see. Timmy Tech. Greetings, traveler. Good morning, Borther. We're just starting off with some chill fishing. I still have mining herbalism from yesterday. This morning we started off, well, I was AFK smelting a little bit while editing. And we smelted a few more 100 on stream in the waiting soon screen. So I am going to sell it mostly as bars, but I also have some mithril ore selling just to like increase the total surface area of auctions to sell. That's my plan. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Well, I gotta list the... Oh no, it's tracking the mithril ore that's in the auction house. That's what's happening. So that's kind of confusing. Risky having all the liquid with 2 cats. They're pretty good with the cups. They don't normally knock over cups, which is kind of nice. But yeah, not gonna lie, it is a little bit risky. A little bit risky. Keep the bags nice and organized. Yeah, this right here, the spotted suntails, is kind of like the best fish in the zone here. As far as I know, I was looking around a bit. I don't think there's anywhere except the shore and like Fuse Light here that we can actually cast a rod in fishable water in Badlands. As far as I know. So it's pretty much the best fishing farm we have. Which I'm not complaining, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, a lot of these guys we've seen a few times. Vegan Dragon. Greetings, traveler. Good morning. We got a lot of windows open here, there we go. At least we're repaying the clam debt, true. Slow, it'll be slow to repay here. Off the fishing. But yeah, it's relatively consistent at about like 4 to 5k fishing. I won't do too much fishing today, but it's a nice way to start the day. Cast a few rods. Thought Thursdays are hardcore. Lately we have been hardcoring. It's kind of like Tuesday, Thursdays are flex, which tends to be hardcore, but just with where the transmog auctions are, I want to make some more raw gold, some more consistent gold on Goldie. So the Thursday flex became another Goldbound this week. Little rare spawn Goldbound. Very relaxing song we got going here from Tier Guard Sound. Not to mention the goblins here, man. The exploding sheep and all that stuff. 10 out of 10. But here's the thing. So like 2 of the best consistent gold farms in this zone, I can't do at the same time. I would love to be able to do dual gathering and ultimate skinning runs, but that requires 3 professions. And herbalism and mining are kind of hard to level up to the current level that we need to actually get the materials here, because it takes quite a few hours to do, or like an hour or 2. So that's the downside, because I would like to go back and forth between skinning runs and dual gathering. I guess I could do like a route where we do skinning runs and then pop in with herbalism or mining for either the dragon's teeth or the mithril ore, so I don't know. We'll see. Fair, we getting a vid this weekend. There will be a Goldbound July 11th. Also, July 11th is my birthday, guys, so birthday Goldbound episode. That'll be cool. But yeah, there will be a Goldbound. BFA music is good. It is actually quite good. BFA gets a little bit of hate. You know, not hate, but like, people don't love it, but I actually quite like the music. I don't know. Maybe the actual expansion was a little, like, left a little bit to be desired, but the music is good. It was just for the Azerite armor? Maybe, yeah. Snorers can't wait for the zone roll on Monday. Hey, we'll see. We'll see, won't we? We'll see. We're going for it. It's the Thursday Goldbound. We'll see what we can do. We'll see if we get some good gold, get a bit lucky. You enjoyed BFA as a whole, to be honest? I generally had a pretty good time in BFA, to be honest. I know that there was some weird scaling stuff. I made bank, man, though, on the crafted BOEs. I was hustling that stuff. I made like that was like the first time I was making like multi-millions was BFA. I would just go farm all the mats myself and craft the BOEs and sell them. Had a great system going. Yeah. Happy birthday, man. Yo, thank you. The big 30, isn't it? It is the 30. It is. This Saturday. So we get to spend some time with some fam on the weekend, and then that'll be good. Maybe go for a swim or something. Happy birthday. Yo, thank you, Trinzy. Unk status in spirit, and now physically. True. I am also an uncle, like IRL, so there's also that. I will be full Unk status. I'll be 30. I'll be able to see my niece and nephew, be true Unk, and then come back to my basement and play World of Warcraft. As perfectly balanced as all things should be. I feel like I've, in spirituality, been 30 for like 3 years. I feel like once I hit 27, like, I was in spirit 30, you know? I got no quorums with turning 30. I think when I turn 40, I'll be like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. But I think 30, I feel like I'm 30. Unk is a feeling in your heart, not your age. In that case, I've been Unk for a while. Only 29? You thought I was turning 40? No, I'm turning. I'm 29 right now, but I'm turning 30. Yeah. I get it both ways. I think more or less people think I look older than I am, but I don't know. You're 36th this day in 2 weeks. Well, happy early 36th. 30 to 36 flies. It is kind of crazy how as time goes, it goes faster. I've definitely noticed that from like, I feel like 20 to 24 versus 24 to 28 was like a very different pacing of like, of how you experience it. But I think that's just the logarithmic nature of life, where like, like in my head, this is how it works, right? So I feel like all you can perceive is the time that you've been alive, right? So hear me out. So when you're 10, 1 year is 10% of your lifespan. So it feels really long. But when you're 30, 1 year is now like 3.3% of my lifespan. So I feel like now 3 years should feel like 1 year when I was 10. I think that's how it works. I don't know though. That's true. I think a big part of it is like time feels longer when you are experiencing new experiences. Right? So the older you get, there's fewer things that are like new experiences, but which makes sense. Like this last year, I feel like not like it's felt like a long year, but as far as like timeline, so much stuff has happened in my life. Like we moved, changed jobs, all that kind of stuff. Those big life events, I think, make the year more memorable and maybe feel like a bit longer. Yo, Booze, greetings, traveler. Reading books slows it down. I like reading books. Did you enjoy the anniversary? I did. Yeah, we had a good anniversary. Really good. Great time with Pathwife. Might have to get back out there on the minerals and the herbs. Why do people get married again when they're already married? I think, well, I guess it depends where you live, but I feel like legally you have to get divorced before you can get remarried, right? Well, I guess that depends on where you live. Some places, I guess you can marry multiple people without being divorced. Alright, let's get back out there on some other farms. Nice morning fishing to start off the day, though. You mean have another wedding with the same person? Oh, I feel like that's like sometimes people do ceremonies for like reaffirming their vows. I feel like sometimes, like when I've seen that happen, it's usually people who, when they got married, like either eloped or had like a very small wedding, and then they want to have more of like a celebration later in life when they can afford it. That's what I've seen. But I guess I feel like different people would have different reasons. But that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen is like why people would do that. If they like elope when they're younger, just to like get married and have it really budget friendly. And then later in life, when they've saved up, have more of a celebration of the wedding. But yeah, I feel like people usually call it like reaffirming their vows. That's true, Jaeger. Maybe they've gone through a rough patch and are reaffirming. That's true. In Darkmoon Fair, how do you avoid getting hit by those ghosts at the concert? The ghosts? Oh, I just kept dying. I don't know. at the rock show, I would just die and run back. As long as you get the tag, you can loot, even after you die. Yeah, I just got hit by him. Like sometimes I would evasion, but like I would just tank it. Personally don't believe in marriage, so your brain can't comprehend it. Yeah, I mean, it's a person-to-person thing, and like if you even want to get married in the first place, right? So, yep. There's I would say there's depending on the people, different reasons to be married, but I feel like a lot of the time it's like, you know, what you've grown up around. None of your family are married. Yeah, so I feel like, yeah, it depends. It's very much a case by case basis, and I feel like it's, yeah. Everyone can do what they want to do. It's all good. Like, I feel like, yeah, I grew up, I think I always wanted to get married. Most people you know are married for tax reasons. There's that. There is that. Good old taxes. Vegan Dragoness, and you got married last year. Yo, congrats, man. How many years was this anniversary? 3-year wedding anniversary. We had a wedding cake, and we froze like a couple of slices of it to have on like our first, second, and third anniversary. This was the last piece, and it's like, I was like to Pathway, I was like, I mean, it's been frozen this whole time, but like, how is it okay to eat something that was baked literally 3 years ago? It's like, I don't know. So if I get sick, that's why. It still tasted great. Still tasted awesome. That was like a really fun part about planning the wedding, honestly, was designing the wedding cake, because we picked out like the different flavors of like the main part of it, like the icing and all that stuff. We kind of, it was basically like a cinnamon bun cake is like the best way you could describe it. And I forget if it was Pathlife's mom or grandma, their comments about the cake, they were like, ooh, spicy. Fair. But it was a very unique cake, and honestly, it was still super good. The icing 3 years later tasted a bit waxy, but that was good. I don't feel too sick today. I mean, I did feel kind of tired waking up this morning, but I think that was because I did like a massive farmer's carry yesterday and a massive deadlift day yesterday. COVID-26 in thanks, Path. I feel like it's okay. I can isolate very well. I'll just stay in my room and play World of Warcraft. Don't worry, I got you guys. If I'm patient zero, that goes down with me. I have no problem isolating for a month or two. We're good. I'll hold down the fort. Although that to be said, I am traveling this weekend for my birthday to visit my family. So if yeah, maybe not. Sure, Pathwife wouldn't love it. Well, in this situation though, we'd both be sick if it was from the cake. But yeah, no, she's a lot more like, not, I guess, kind of social, but I feel like in a week I need like, you know, 1 or 2 social outings. Pathwife would be like everyday social outings if she could. A lot more like social that way. I'm pretty content just to like chill, you know, maybe see people like once or twice a week, hop on Discord with the lads. That's pretty much all I need. Constantly trying to quit caffeine, you're mad addicted. I also consume a lot of caffeine. It's true. I found certain points I would get more negative side effects from caffeine, but I've been pretty good. I have quite a bit, but I kind of have my limit that I don't go over in a day. I think the biggest impact for me is like if I have it too late, I still fall asleep, but I won't get as restful of a sleep, and I want to prioritize my recovery, right? So this is some epic, like, adventuring, like, Pirates of the Caribbean music. No caffeine after 3 p.m. That's a good way to do it. Like have a hard cutoff time. Yo, Empress, greetings, traveler. You quit caffeine last year due to stomach acid and honestly went back to the exact same energy levels after 3 days. Had you questioning what you were doing drinking coffee before? See, and I feel like everyone responds differently because I had to stop. I had my stomach ulcer, you know, flared up like 3 years ago. And so I quit caffeine for a month, like 0 caffeine for a month. And I never got back to my energy levels. I kind of like ended up kind of being a similar energy level, but I just found like I was never like super excited for anything. You know, I was like, not ideal. But like, I guess like I wasn't tired. I just didn't have that like, in the gym I wasn't like psyched. I don't know. Maybe maybe I'm quite dependent on caffeine. Sounds like I'm addicted, yeah. I don't know. Well, I definitely am addicted to caffeine. Like I've drank caffeine for 15 years, so. I generally don't get the headaches though. I just like, I'll be really tired for a couple days if I go off caffeine. And then I'll get to like baseline like not tired, but I just don't get hyped about stuff. First workout after no caffeine was rough, getting better though. Yeah. I find like sometimes nowadays I won't even have caffeine for my workouts. I just have like, I just like it in the morning when I'm like working. And then for my workouts I more so do like beta alanine, citrulline malate, some electrolytes, that kind of stuff. Like basically all the individual ingredients that would be in a pre-workout, but like a lot of times lately I'm working out pretty late. Like between 5 and 7 p.m. So I don't want to have like a bunch of caffeine that late because then that would just hurt the sleep. So I've been kind of doing it that way where I do like a no caffeine pre-workout. Whatever I do, don't take drugs. Yeah, I'm pretty straight edge as far as, you know, recreational substances. I've never really had the desire. I like being very, like, much... What's the word? Not optimized, but just, like, I like feeling... I don't know. If I get put off my rhythm or my schedule and I don't like feeling off. In control? Yeah. I like in control, but also like I will have like drinks and stuff. So I will have like sometimes like with friends, I'll have a couple beers and whatnot. But yeah, I wouldn't want to take a substance where I would feel out of control. Plus just the risks. I got so many allergies, man. I got asthma. I don't need to add any other risks on that. Yo, greetings, traveler. Travel agent Alarix. How we doing? We're doing good. We're not doing 2,000 mithril ore today, but I will be doing a bit of mining here and there and herb mixed in with some other farms just because I need gold, man. And it's one of the best gold farms we got. I will mix in some Alder runs, though, with that, too. But yeah, I just need gold. We need gold, man. We gotta farm the gold, so this is one of the better ones. I'm really debating getting skinning again, though, for Scorpid runs. I love the Scorpid runs. It's pretty good gold, too. Video this weekend. Yep, it will be a a Goldbound series video this weekend. Brixie, greetings, traveler. Hey, Swally, gotta go to practice again, sir. Good luck and happy early birthday. Yo, thank you for the birthday congratulations. And have a good practice, man. We'll catch you later. Yo, Brixie with 100 consecutive streams. Let's go. Welcome to the ranks of the 100ers. The travel 100ers. I don't know what's the what's a good term for that. But yeah, so here's the thing. If I drop a profession to get skinning, should I drop mining or herb? Herb might be good to pop out and get dragon's teeth, but then again, mithril is like such a good fallback of like if you just gotta like sit down for an hour or like couple hours and farm. Mithril can move the needle like really well, but I do want to do more skinning, so I don't know. There is the other thing where mining might be a little bit easier to level up because you can mine copper and smelt copper. I don't know. Oh, broken tooth.
Let's go.
Yo, Gary Jambo, greetings, traveler, with the 12 months on the tier 1. Let's go. Let's go. So next month, guys, will be the 1 year. That's crazy. Have you done Alderman run, then reset to pick up Dragon's Teeth? I think that would be a good move, actually. Because, like, we could get there pretty quickly. And that's kind of why I'm kind of debating dropping mining to do that. Because I think that could be a good mix. Of, like, mining. Of like, skinning. And herb. I think I might try it out. It's just so scary dropping mining. But like I said, we can level up mining pretty quickly. I might go for it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's done. Now I gotta go get skinning. Was there a skinning in lock? I guess I could just go to... I could just go to Dunmorrow. Here we go. Yeah. There's no lock zones along the way, so I can fly straight. Love the BFA music. Yeah, it's a nice change of pace, I find. I've been using the Leatrix thing to change the audios lately. It's been good. RIP BioEMs. RIP to the mining. Yeah. I'll have to, you know, maybe we'll level it up again later, but I really think the skinning angle, it's just very enjoyable to farm too. Snores, you got a neighbor that's... Oh, yeah, I don't know what you do in that situation. I don't know what you do in that situation.
Hi, you're a tall one.
Train me in skinning. Cool. I guess I can just hearth back. Don't forget your skinning knife. Did it? Where'd it go? Is it in my professions? Because, yeah, we can't forget this. Okay. I might have to buy a new one. Uh-oh.
I got what you need.
It might have gone to my bank. Is there a trade good vendor here? Blacksmith. Is there like some kind of skinning supply vendor here? Oh no. I don't know if there's anything that can sell me a skinning knife here. Because, yeah, I don't know how much efficiency we're getting from it in Alda, but it's definitely good to have. Engineering supplies, that's not going to do the trick. Looks like I'm going back to another zone. Oh well, I'll go grab it real quick. I feel like Dunmore is the fastest. A new one in this economy? I believe. I believe. Emil, time to keep farming all to see how long it is until your next super item. Best of luck out there. Best of luck. The supers, they're such an enigma, right? Such an enigma, man. Have I ever tried any meal replacement shake things? You've recently tried Huel for the first time. Think it's pretty good, if you trust food labels. I haven't done... I think in the past I have tried a couple, like, meal replacement, kind of like mass gainer shakes, but for the most part, at this point in my life, I don't have trouble getting enough calories in, so I usually have, like, a protein shake, but not a meal replacement shake. Sometimes I replace a meal with, like, a protein shake, but I'm at a point where I tend to rather eat my calories. But if you're someone who struggles to get calories in, you know, trouble to gain weight, then those can be really helpful too. Or even just like for, I guess you could use them for if you're like really busy too. It's one of those things you see in hundreds of vendors, but never when you need it. Yeah. I feel like it would be nice if the Grizzly Hills Packmaster had like no profitable stuff, but maybe just like every single profession equipment. That would be kind of nice, eh? The Packmaster. Because right now the Packmaster vendor has literally nothing. It's just an empty vendor. You can just sell to him. Alright. I am going to sell some of these items that I have a couple of on the auction house, because I'd rather have the instant, like, gold than try to send it over to my transmog character to get some cash from. Like this one here, the Glyphed Helm. I have 4 of those listed at the moment. 6 Aurora Cowls. I don't have too many of those. 5 Conjurers. So we're getting a bunch of appearances here too, which is kind of nice. Every vendor has to start and buy things first to sell something. True. The Packmaster is just building up their wares, I suppose. Cool, cool. Sentinel's chest. I also have a couple of those, so I'm going to vendor those. And then just to save space, I'm going to pretty much like list all the trade goods that we have available here. Just to save space. Are those shoulders upgrades? Yeah, technically. I have the reason, so the reason I'm wearing these ones is because even though they are item level 33, they have the plus speed. So they're kind of like my speed set. Whereas these would be a stat upgrade, but when I'm one-shotting everything, I do prefer the base speed stat. So that's why I'm using a lower item level one there. I have a couple of speed pieces. If you sell to a vendor to get the appearance, if you buy it back, does it come soulbound? Unfortunately, yes. So if you vendor an item and use the buyback window, you it's soulbound. Yeah. So you can't scum off the system by getting the transmog and selling it too, unfortunately. I see where I like where your head is at though, thinking outside the box. But unfortunately we can't do that. Oh, yeah. A lot of random stuff here. But yeah, I'll see how I like it doing the dragon's teeth in between runs. I think it could be good. Because it might just be long enough where most of them will respawn. But dragon's teeth is one of those ones that are so densely populated that it's kind of tough. If you're not the only person farming it, it becomes not too great. Because they're just like never up. Alright. Alderman time, guys. It'll take a couple runs for the skinning level to get leveled up, but it shouldn't be too bad. Back at it. You'd rather eat two, just so bad at getting breakfast? Yeah. Honestly, most days, depending on where I'm at in like a diet or trying to gain weight, most days I have a protein shake for breakfast or like a protein coffee for breakfast. Just because it's easy. And we're back. We're back in Alderman. Another Aurora Cloak. I kind of like the dungeon music here, so I'm gonna get the dungeon music going. Yo, Alphidius, greetings, traveler. Good to be back. Did we get any of the super blues here? The biggest one we've seen on stream was the Star Belt pattern. I did get the pattern for the Star Belt. I haven't gotten any of the supers, though. I did get a certain recipe off stream that I haven't said, though. Gotta wait for the video for that one, I guess. Yo, the Alpaca High Lord, greetings, traveler. How often are we congregating around here, aka how often does Pathlarix Gold go live? The schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Goldbound. Tuesday, Thursday, Flex. Flex stream. Which day is a Thursday Goldbound? Yeah, I think on average the last like 2 months has been like anywhere between 3 to 5 streams a week. Sometimes a cheeky weekend stream, but yeah. Oh, okay. I'm going for the Hood of the Architect with plus speed. This one has plus leech. I thought for a second we got it. Unfortunately, not today. Or not yet. We could still get it today. Man, that was close. Where's the music? There we go. Do I have a list of supers that I'm targeting over the course of the entire Goldbound quest? Not necessarily. Like there's supers I'm hoping to get, right? Like definitely supers I would love to see drop. I think, but a lot of them I won't get is the thing, you know. Most of them we won't get. Most of them we won't get, but I would love to see them drop. So far, the only super item that we have gotten is the Twilight Blade, I would say. That's a pretty darn good item. Aw, man, it feels good to be back skinning these guys. Before long, as you see here, we just reset our skinning level, so we'll be leveling up the skinning here. So the first couple runs will be lower on the skinning gold per hour, but I figured this is kind of like one of the best places anyways to level up skinning. Yo, I am Juice42. Greetings, Traveler, with a Twitch subscription tier 1. Welcome in. Where's the loot going? There's no loot. There we go. Got it. Might try to hang out more. Yeah. Love to have you, man. If the streams are anywhere near as chill as the YouTube videos, you're up to date, so you can consume any path content available. Yeah, well, welcome in. We are currently working our way towards the next Goldbound episode, which will drop this weekend. So, you're in the right spot. Most of the time, the streams, like, it's pretty chill. We're kind of just gold farming. Sometimes we have, like, a bit of hardcore streams that we do. By hardcore, I mean, like, the content, like, classic hardcore. Usually those are Tuesdays, Thursdays, but this Thursday, we just need more gold, man. Gotta log a few more hours on Goldie here. Which will also probably hit level 84 today, which is kind of cool. Doesn't happen too often. Current / played on this level, 3 days, 12 hours played on level 83. 43 days, 19 hours total played. Not too shabby. The levels are slow, to say the least. And this level even had a couple quests with the Fire Festival. So this is even a faster level than normal. But as always, going for the supers. Supers and upgrades. Plus speed. As far as I know here, I think the only, with the first, like with these Scorpid clears, the only other plus speed thing will be the helm, but we'll see. Oh, sorry, yeah, every time I reload UI, if I reload or relog, it resets the target to be gold cap. But yeah, we are not going for gold cap right now. We are currently going for token. Good catch. Yeah. Perhaps one day we'll be chasing gold cap. Okay, Few. Thought I missed something important. That would be quite the change up. Gold cap and ultimate. Doable. Gold cap after you unlock every zone. I think that'll be a fun series, right? Because like once you're caught up, you're basically in current content. And then it would just be like a gold cap, you know, a gold cap challenge with like no restrictions. Because once we're caught up to all the zones in 10 years or whatever it takes, we're just going to be playing current content as new expansions come over. We're making our way there. We're going. We're farming. And, you know, we'll see how fast we can get there. Even, like, you know, theoretically, like, once we're caught up as new expansions come out, gold cap in every zone would actually be kind of sweet. It would be almost easier off the get-go of the expansion because you could just dual gather and probably make insane amounts of gold. Like, imagine if you were dual gathering for gold cap at the start of midnight when people are making like 100k per hour. That's very doable. You know? If you're ahead of the curve with what you got, as far as profession skills and stuff. However, I do think we won't be caught up with all the zones until at least probably 2 expansions come out. Like, that'll be the earliest I could really imagine it being. We simply have a lot of wood to chop and a lot of gold to make. So yeah, what I'm trying out here is every run, I'm going to go over... This is actually like a pretty quick transition too with the back entrance. To go over to grab the dragon's teeth. However, it looks like someone... Oh no, there's a few. There you go. Yeah, there's a few. That's true. It'll feel a lot faster after vanilla zones are done. Yeah, because I feel like after vanilla, most zones will probably have a bit higher baseline dual gathering. Plus, each expansion only has, yeah, like 5 to 8 zones. So each expansion will probably feel like it goes pretty quick. Keep in mind, though, we're also trying to make sure each zone gets like a good kind of, almost like documentation, not a documentary, but like a documentation on like the farms. So that is a little bit of a bottleneck as well. Because like theoretically, with all the zones we've done so far, if I wasn't making YouTube videos and I was just like trying to speed run the challenge, I would probably be doing like 1 or 2 farms per zone, right? I wouldn't be testing ones that are probably not going to be too good. We would be going back to old zones with like the best farms. But that's just not what I want to do necessarily in the spirit of the challenge. I want to explore these new zones, try to min-max them. It's good stuff. Stop exposing me. Nah, bro, you got the essence of undeath in the current zone. You're good. VTNet, evening border. What's on for today? Greetings, traveler. Today, I'm just trying to make as much gold as possible. So current setup is doing resets of Alderman with skinning, but also stopping in between them to get the dragon's teeth. That's my current mode of attack. Plan of attack is to attack, basically. Low price on that bad boy. Oh, there we go. Yo, Billy Quiz Boy. Good luck on the farm. Yo, thank you. So far, so good. Just kind of like a chill Thursday, just kind of logging some hours, getting some good gold. That's the plan for today. Is the auction house moving slow? Man, the transmog auction house is moving slow. Not gonna lie. So I'm trying to still get some runs on Alda, but I'm trying to optimize for trade goods that I can sell. So like the dragon's teeth, and then here, once we're caught up, I'm still leveling up skinning right now, but the skinning hides from here. Those, I think, are going to be our ticket out of here. I don't know if our ticket is going to be a big sale on a super, unfortunately, from Alda. I mean, it could be. We definitely have plenty items on the auction house right now where if they were bought out, it's enough for a token, right? But we can't rely on transmog luck selling. Yeah. That's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind farming. I'm here for it. When in doubt, farm it out. Exactly. Herbs. Sure, you've gotten this question a lot, but if I stop with the uploads of the shorter vids in the other series, they're not over. I've taken a little bit of a break from kind of like an unintentional break from the hardcore character, just to level up another character. And then this week, it was my anniversary, and then I'm trying to get more gold on Goldie, so we ended up not really playing him for like 2 weeks. But the series will continue on Path to Larix. The hardcore paladin. Yeah. A path you see me doing a lot lately, just doing mats, is that they're nothing worth crafting. It's, yeah, so kind of like, the best way to put it is there is stuff worth crafting as far as like transmog. Every now and then there's certain things worth like doing like a small craft. For example, a lot of my dragon's teeth are getting milled into pigments, and my mithril I'm smelting into bars. But as far as items, it just doesn't move fast. So, like, within, like, 4 crafts, it takes, like, say we farm 2,000 mithril ore. Within, like, 70 of that mithril ore, we can craft, like, the 3 profitable transmog items, which then take, like, 6 months to sell. So it ends up being, like, we wait for the stock to get, like, our transmog stock to sell, but the rest we just sell as materials. Yeah. And then within that, sometimes, depending on the material, there is like a profitable like mini shuffle. So a lot of these hides too that we're gonna get later on, I do cure the hides with salt on my leather worker to sell. And then also a lot of like the rugged leather I'll craft the bearskin rugs with. But I can just get way more materials. Like way more materials than I can actually craft and sell in the transmog. Have I gone to Kalimdor yet? Yes, we've only done one zone in Kalimdor though, Dustwallow Marsh. We actually have like a little bit of a map going now. These are all the locked zones left here in Eastern Kingdoms. And then Kalimdor here has a lot more. Yeah. So we only have Dustwallow. Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. And at, you know, at a certain point too, it's not even a race. You just got to enjoy the. We're here for the journey. I'm here for the journey at least. You know, Alderman isn't out now for your classic hardcore journey. Wait, do you mean like I could go there and die? Like I might die in Alderman? It's possible. I hope not. I'll have to do it though on my paladin. Not now because we know the dungeon like the back of my hand. True. However, I don't know. There might be some like minor changes from like the classic version of Alda to like the retail classic version. But yeah, we definitely know our way around a little bit better. We've got it on lock. Snores, is the locked add-on working again? It's a different add-on. So I had someone DM me and I didn't see it for like 3 months, so I'm sorry. But that one that was showing the locked zones is called Gold Lock. It seems to work pretty well as far as like a visual thing of what zones are locked. It doesn't do a randomizer spin, but it doesn't seem to have any error messages either. So I've been using this to like visualize what zones we have locked and which ones we have unlocked. Yeah. Seems to be working quite well. Am I getting sick of Alderman yet? Surprisingly, no. I love doing Alderman. I'm a big Alderman fan. That's true though. I'm not an enchanter on my paladin, but the enchanter here, that's like the only max level enchanter trainer in all of classic WoW, right? So if you want 300 enchanting, you got to come here. I think that's... I really like that with Classic. How you can get to like 150 skill in the main trainer, but then to get like to 225, it's probably like a book somewhere from a vendor. And then 225 to 300 is like a different thing. I really like that vibe for like the different professions. I think that's so cool. Wheeler Wind, Alderman. I guess, yeah, it does sound like that. It does have the same ring to it, I suppose. And this next run out, guys, we have one more thing to min-max, which is the fishing hat. The fishing hat has come off cooldown, which means one thing. We Hearthstone out to get closer to the edge. Also, this proc with plus speed, but I already have the amulet of the Watcher equipped, which is plus speed, unfortunately. So I have Hearth here, which is closer to the ocean, just marginally, to use my Darkmoon Firewater fishing cap. I think on the hardcore character, I think the next dungeon will be RFD, Razorfen Downs, I think. Because we full cleared Scarlet Monastery. RFD would be sweet. After that, we get into some high level stuff. I'm a bit nervous. I'm so, like, I'm at the point now in the Paladin where, like, I'm very afraid to die. The amount of time that has gone into that Paladin. Oh. Hearth is also faster than flying up here, so we'll double Hearth it.
Interesting.
Love the music here in Fused Light. I love it. Yeah, I love it too. The goblin music. Okay, now, before we go back into Uldaman, let's get all the Dragon's Teeth. So, in the bags, we got 23 Dragon's Teeth right now. We'll see how much we get from this one run. It doesn't look like there's much out here. There's sometimes is way more spawned. Five. Yeah, either we went too quickly or someone else is farming it. I don't know which one. Because if we went too quickly, the solution's pretty simple. We just do 2 runs before we come back for Dragon's Teeth. If someone else is farming it, though, it makes it less efficient. Because it's those herbs only spawn in that one super small area, so they're easy to grab. So if someone else is farming it, they clear the whole stock super quick. And then we kind of get on an off spawn. We'll see. I'll do one more run here, and then like if it's again a low amount, I'll try doing 2 runs before we go back to herb. See if that is a bit better. Always been maxing, guys. We always are slowly trying to get a bit more efficient with these farms. That's the name of the game, isn't it? It's good though, because like we're getting consistent gold, but we're also getting chances at supers. If I roll barons, you see me fishing and cooking for deviate fish, I think you might be right. I think in barons that would be an angle, yeah. Any upgrade? Nope. Click the scepter. Longest hardcore run was a 39 rogue. Was stacked with gear, but got overconfident. and perma-rooted and speared to death by trolls and Stranglethorn. Those trolls are no joke. The Stranglethorn, the Blood Scalps? There's that one massive ruins where the trolls, they can just... You get back spawns and it's game over. A lot of people have died there for sure. Okay, we're up to 105 skinning. The ones by the shore, yeah. I know the ones. We were doing some archaeology on Goldie there actually. So I think in 1 or 2 more runs we'll get full amounts of skins here. So skinning doesn't take too long to level up, which is quite nice. That's why you level in 1,000 Years instead. Yeah, it's that's a level where you're really jumping back and forth. Like jumping back and forth between where here we are. Between multiple zones with multiple quest lines and stuff, right? The AI on Twitch is saying that I'm squeezing dragon's teeth between runs. Is this true? That is true. Stay tuned and you'll see how we squeeze the dragon's teeth in between runs of Alderman. Here they are. There's some dragon's teeth right there. We'll try to squeeze some more. So I probably forgot, but is the original plan all zones and all expansions? Yes. Fully explored all of Azeroth is the ultimate goal for Goldie. Which would indeed include all the expansions as well. Oh, Cerebell just lost a level 25 lock on hardcore. Oh no. Went after Taskmaster Whiplash in the logging camp on Stone Talon. He feared your Voidwalker and stunned you with the same move. Then went into fast attack pattern that melted your HP. Oh jeez. I'm sorry for the fallen hardcore character. 07. 07. That should keep me busy for a couple days. Yep, we got a lot of wood to chop out here. Most definitely. By the way, how long would I be willing to be stuck in a zone before going back to older grinds? I think it would depend on the zone. If there's not much going on, like no fun farms, like no high RNG farms, I think 2 to 3 weeks probably. But if, for example, if it was something like this, where like I was in this zone and the only way to get gold was like a crazy cool drop, I might be more prone just to farm it out. Potentially. But yeah, I think that'll be a case-by-case basis. Plus, like, even if we don't go back to old zones, we do have the backlog transmog kind of working for us, which is good. So it's in a sense kind of like farming old zones without actively farming them, because we can slowly sell off a little bit of the backlog. However, I think as far as Badlands goes, not only, like legitimately, I think not only have we not sold transmog, I think we're net negative on the listing fees while in Badlands. Like, we've sold a couple of the backlog, but I think I've spent like 30k reposting and made like 20k. So that 10k, I try to just fund it from like random sales. I just take it off like on the transmog sellers. I'll just like loot some of the things that sell to like fund more posts. But I've had to actually send gold over from Goldie. dip into the cash stack a little bit to fund the posts. Hopefully it pays off down the road, but for now it's kind of like, yikes. Not only am I wasting like an hour every day reposting, but it's costing me gold. We gotta sell some transmog, guys. If I got Elwyn now? I don't know. It's hard to say if I got Elwyn now how long I would stay. Probably like 3 weeks and then maybe try other farms. I don't know. I don't know how good... Speed again on that, that's crazy. I guess I just don't know how good Elwyn can be right now. I feel like it'd be pretty slow. It'd be like Dunmoreau. We kind of got lucky with Dunmoreau. It was going pretty slow. And then... the Noble Garden event came through, right? So that helped a lot. Then we didn't have to go farm any other old zones, but... yeah, that one was moving pretty slowly, to be fair. I think we were like 4 weeks in Dunmoreau. But with that one too, we were farming Nombre again, so we had like a lot of item value. It's just the transmog, it's so rare to both get good items and for it to sell right away. Usually if you get a good item, like it's not going to sell for a month or so, so it's not like an instant, we get a super right now, we get out of the zone. Because you still got to sell the item, even if you fire sale it for like pretty low prices. It can still take a while. Do I do the quests in the zones? Sometimes. I only really do the quests when it's strategic from a gold farming perspective. So for example, the Vashir, I was doing a lot of the quest chain and then stopping. Because in Vashir, there is a certain quest, about like 70% of the way through the campaign, where it unlocks the pickpocketing farm. Because you go into one of those phases where you can like bomb a whole bunch of NPCs. If you don't bomb them, but instead you go down and pickpocket them, it's crazy gold, or crazy chances at gold. So that's the only reason I do quests on Goldie, is if it's like functional, or if there's like an item or an unlock behind the quests. A zone like this though, it's actually a little bit dangerous, because there's a quest here, I forget which one, a quest in Badlands that would teleport me to 1,000 Needles. And we don't have 1,000 Needles unlocked. So if we got teleported 2,000 Needles from a quest here, we're going to Deep Home for a week, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a good look. So for the most part, yes and no to do we do quests. Case by case basis, but generally speaking, most quests we don't do. I just don't like doing quests on a max level character, or like a one-shot character. Sounds like a good plan. Deep Home is a cool zone. True. Aurora gloves. How many of those do I have listed? 7. You tend to see a lot of the same items out and about here in Alderman. You tend to get a lot of repeats. Repeat customers. Yeah, I didn't realize I had that many. I'll probably unlist a couple of them, because yeah, the auction house fees on 7 Aurora gloves is a fair amount. Do I have a rule where if a super sells after I clear the zone, that doesn't count towards the current zone? Kind of a soft rule. So how I've been doing, because that kind of happened in Bashir, right? So I have like 260k in the Warband bank, which is like overspill. Like if I get a sale that's worth more than what I need for the token, I'll put the rest in the Warband bank, which is just saving up for more Warband bank tabs. Because yeah, that kind of happened with the Twilight Blade. Now, once we have all the Warband bank tabs, we'll have to decide how we deal with that. Could technically leave Badlands right now. Just withdraw. withdraw 160 or 150k from the bank. I could. It's in there. The next Warband bank tab costs 500k though, so I think the only way we get that is from super items. If we somehow get a crazy good item and sell it down the road. Because I also don't necessarily want to just skip a zone, right? Save the gold until you spin a starting zone. Yeah. Starting zone or Moonglade. Moonglade is gonna be rough. Could technically get the Explorer and Lore Master titles. Yeah, I'm kind of low-key going for Explorer. I haven't been doing Lore Master just because, well, I guess some of the zones like Vashtir, I actually don't think I'm ever gonna finish that quest. I would never want to lose that pickpocket farm. So there's some quests where I won't go past them for functionality. You know? So I think I would get kind of caught on Lore Master in a couple zones for that. Like there's a couple zones where if you do the quest, you lose a mob. Or like different mobs are there. Or like I don't want Theramore to disappear, so I don't think I'll ever quest through Theramore. So that's why, yeah, with Lore Master I probably won't get it on Goldie. Explorer though, yes, we are kind of like definitely exploring the zones as we go. Basically like just dual gathering, we explore the entire zone. This zone sucks, Lil Rex? I think Badlands is actually pretty sick. I actually quite like Badlands. No loot from the chest. Come on, supers. There's no way to make gold in Moonglade, you looked? It's like, I feel like the only way would be like very crappy vendor flips, right? I also low-key think it's kind of risky just straight up trading people gold. Apparently you can just get like auto flag banned for that because it looks like you're selling gold if you trade like 500k to someone. Which kind of makes sense. There's a few good vendor flips in Moonglade. Like, I think that has to be the angle, right? Because there's no fish in Moonglade. Okay, that was one thing I was thinking in the back of my head. When we get Moonglade, like, can you fish? But there's actually 0 fish. Yikes. I guess when Darkmoon Fair is active, you might be able to use the Darkmoon fishing hat. It'll be cool to see. I, for one... Oh, there's Heavy Hide, first of the day. Skinning is leveling up. You can fish in Moonglade. I think you can cast, but there's just like no fish, right? It's like rusty cans or something. But hey, you know, rusty cans probably do vendor for something. In before 30 silver per hour. I feel like it's probably similar to housing, right? Player-owned housing. You can fish. And you can kill the beasts and stuff. Lunar Festival in Moonglade once a year, hey? That might be like, imagine if it lined up. Like, when is the Lunar Festival? Because if that lined up for when we're there, and there's like some extra gold you can make, that would be ideal. I'm down to explore it. I mean, it's a zone that we will roll eventually, so I'll have a look around, see what we can cook up, but it sounds like it might be pretty much scraping bottom of the barrel. A little bit. Keep in mind too, as we're doing Alderman, it's like, it's not great in the base Alderman. It's better in Alderman Legacy of Tier. But we are getting a decent amount of vendor gold, right? It's about 250-ish per run of vendor gold. Well, vendor and raw gold. Lunar Festival in Moonglade is January, February. Okay. That actually could be. That could be like somewhat a realistic timeline of when we might rule that zone. Buy out the undercutter on the Dragon's Teeth. I feel like it's probably gone, but I can't. That's one downside of not being able to buy on the auction house. If someone is doing some market shenanigans posting for super cheap, I can't buy them out because I can't purchase. I can't receive items, right? So whenever we see that, a 2 gold Dragon's Teeth, we just gotta leave it for the wolves. AKA you guys. If you guys want it. If you guys want it. That being said, that data is 2 hours old. I bet you it's definitely not there anymore. It'll be back up to like 26 gold, I think. We do got a Stella, guys. Stella, want to say hi to stream? Hey, Stella. Good girl. Boop. That's Stella. Alright, back to boot camp and back to farming. Give Stella some pets for you. Can do. Stella Pets Inc. Some Pathel 2 Stellas in the chat. Let's go. She is, I think she's having a good time. She's just chilling, hanging out. Probably gonna lay down in the sun. Yep. Yeah, she's just back here, guys. Just behind the chair. Just looking at the sunrise. Or the sun. I guess it's not really a sunrise anymore. It's just like a little sun coming through the window. That's usually where Stella will be, though. If she's not on the couch in the basement, she'll be here. Looking out the window. Always good to see a Stella come through. Say hello. Warband alt with a cat pet named Stella. We got Stella right here. Look at this. This is our warg pup. Stella. We also have Poncho somewhere. We got Coldy Cat. Poncho is one of like the Don Anthea's pets though. For sure. Next starter zone roll. Yeah, we could go with like a hunter or something. Most classes in retail can be hunters, so we could get some pet action. Taking a while to spawn here today. There we go. Still no luck on the speed helm, and I've killed that boss a lot of times doing these runs. personally think for zones like Moonglade, you'd allow a benching mechanic. If you roll during a non-festival time, bench it for when the festival comes up next. Not a bad idea, yeah. I'm like not super familiar with Moonglade. Like a lot of these zones, quite a few zones that I'll go to, I know a couple farms going in. But there's also a lot of zones where I'm just discovering as I go. So there might be some zones like that that could be like really good for a festival zone. Or like for like an event zone that I just don't know about. Like I don't know that there would be a farm during the festival. Or like a better farm. Do we already have 29 heavy hide? No, that's it. Yeah, farming bar is counting in the auction house. It looks like. Night Sky Cowl, is that new? Night Sky Cowl. I have one already, but it's a good drop, I guess. Back in the day, like 10 years ago, you and a few friends would go around killing random mobs and hyper-spawning them to see if they were good. Some were decent, had zero public knowledge. Yeah. That's, I mean, earlier on in the game, I mean, there might be still some, like, lesser-known farms for sure. But I could definitely see that. Like, 10 years ago, before a lot of farms were discovered, or some farms were discovered, but other ones weren't really done. There could be some old-world farms that would just be juiced, I could see that. There's one farm where no one knows and you refuse to release it. Made millions off it, really. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Yo, the mechanic. Hi there, how's the farm going? Farm is going well. Basically trying to get some trade goods, also chances at supers. So far, no luck on the supers, but we're slowly plugging our way on trade goods and raw gold too. XP bar is looking kind of full. %. We are getting herbs today, so the herbs could level us up a little bit. We very well may hit 84 today. There's more than you think. A lot of the gold farmers refuse to release info because a lot of opportunist YouTubers will leak it, even if you ask them not to. Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely got to be some pretty hush-hush farms that are quite good. But yeah, once like one person, like someone else discovers it. Yeah. Been fishing today on the Dark Moon for 8 hours. Almost got a token in one setting. Man, I love the Dark Moon Fair. Our Dark Moon Firewater hat's at 33. Jake Campbell Games. Greetings, Traveler, as well. Welcome in, welcome in. Moonglade is just a dead zone until the festival if rolled. But then come back and do one episode special for that kind of farm. Yeah, I definitely think, like, either way, like, if we end up getting Moonglade before the festival comes in, I'll probably still check it out. But then definitely come back once the festival's there. There's only one gold YouTuber you know that wouldn't leak if you asked them not to. I feel like for me, my thought process would be I like wouldn't want you to tell me. Like if I agreed like before, like someone's like, I know a farm, I'll tell you it, but you can't like show it on a video. I would just say, don't give me the info, and if I happen to find it myself, then I will like talk about it. But if I preemptively said, okay, I won't leak it if you tell me what it is, then I wouldn't leak it. But I would rather not have the knowledge and hopefully stumble upon it myself. That's kind of like my thought process. But yeah, what's the farm snores? I'm curious now. I'm just kidding. Keep your secrets. Keep your... Yeah, someone's definitely farming dragon's teeth here, by the way. It's you, Jaeger. Trustworthy lad, indeed. What's the strat on picking server to sell transmogs on? Is it better to try to sell something... 1 second. Is it better to try to sell something like on Moonguard where there's a lot of RP and population, or something mid to high pop? It depends, right? So like you can sell transmog on high pop realms like Moonguard where there's more volume selling per day, but there's also more people posting. Whereas if you sell in like a mid pop realm, fewer items sell per day, but you have fewer competition posting. So it's kind of a give and take. You can sell at multiple realms though too. Like, so you can transfer between like you can sell items on both a high pop and a low pop realm. You just transfer back and forth with the warband bank, like across realm. To be fair, Dragon's Teeth is sort of a hidden farm in a way. I mean, kind of, yeah. Oh, I didn't vendor. I gotta go vendor. Ooh, I'll just go all the way through here. That's my bad. I should have vendored there. Yeah, I actually didn't know at all about the Dragon's Teeth until I rolled Badlands. Yo, Chug Life, greetings, Traveler. What's good, what's good? I guess I could just sell trash on Loot Appraiser. Destroy trash. Save a little bit of space. There's some gold YouTubers that will make videos of exploits for a few clicks. I feel like exploits, though... I feel like an exploit is different than like a hidden gold farm, you know? Because an exploit, if it's a true exploit, could get you banned. That seems kind of sketchy. $76 more nodes until ding. All right, all right, all right.
None may steal the secrets of the makers.
Where are we at here with the Dragon's Teeth? Not bad. What's the old saying? Loose lips sink ships. Chug Life finished a lift, eating some food, and then going for some beverages. Ooh. How was the lift? I got a pretty good session in last night. Little farmers and deadlift action. Followed by a little bit of a metcon. A little bit of a cardio metcon. Not bad. But the quest for supers continues. Yo ho! Whoa, whoa, wait. We got a guildie here in chat. The Twilight Blade after roughly 1,100 chests. That's pretty good drop rate, man. That's pretty lucky too. That's even fewer than me. Congrats to the Twilight Blade, bro. 1,100 chests, hey? I was like relatively similar drop rate. I think I forget if it was 1,400 or 1,700 chests, but yeah. Darn, that's good. Might have to try that out. It's one of those farms where you either get absolutely nothing or quite good, but if you stay long enough to get it, it's quite good. Yo, Pop Cake. Happy birthday, fellow July birthday share. Yours is on the 21st. Thank you. And also happy birthday to you. You have characters on full servers, an RP server, and new player servers, and you feel like the new player server is selling the best? I never thought about that. I guess, yeah, posting transmog on a new player server might be good. Because, yeah, it'll be more new players coming in, like more so people who are getting into the game more recently that maybe don't have some of these, like, more basic transmog appearances. Destroy trash here. Yeah, because like most of the time this will be to like more new transmog collectors, because especially like when you're, unless you're in the realm of like super rare items where it's like you gotta have millions of gold to get it, a lot of like the 1k to 10k transmog is kind of low-hanging fruit as far as like a transmog collector goes. So I can see that most of the time you're selling to like newer transmog collectors. Sassy Stables, you got Twilight Blade on your 4th chest? Oh my goodness. Let me tell you guys. You guys talk about streamer luck, but viewer luck ain't no joke. I've heard of some crazy drops lately. Like 4th chest Twilight Blade, 3rd run. Was it Papal Fez? Madness. What does Sorcerer's Robes look like? Blue. A Traveler got a miner's hat yesterday. Yep. There we go, guys. It's confirmed. It's confirmed. Yeah, but one streamer versus how many viewers? Shh. You're making too much sense, Symbio. Shh. Yeah, it's just law of large numbers with viewer luck. That's what that is. Because for how many viewers that say they got it, how many tried a couple runs and got nothing? So the whole pool of loot of attempted ones is probably a lot higher. But yes. It's just, that is a good point. Student did a loot appraiser challenge with 100 viewers once, Alderman only. Was it 10 runs of Alderman or 1 run of Alderman? For that's a cool way to do it though. That's a good way to get like a large sample size. 10 runs, yeah. So 1,000 runs, no supers. Fair. These are rare items, really rare items, guys. Yeah. Alright, I really got a vendor. I really got a vendor. Sell junk. I might have to mark these as trash again. I also might have to send off to the auction house character. Those are junk. Got too many of those already. If you want to talk about luck, last week out of nowhere on the same molten core run you had the left binding and the Eye of Sulfurus. Was amazed. Congratulations. I'll be happy to hear no Night Slayer's chest though. Night Slayer's chest confirmed does drop. Will I wear it because I got the appearance technically? I will not. I will be waiting until I get it fair and square when I see it drop to go for it. To actually equip it. Even though we technically have the appearance. I'm just mailing off some transmog here, guys. Don't mind me. There we go. Hashtag justice for Timmy. Hashtag Timmy was right. Man, that's actually hilarious. October 31st, no less. That's so... It's still so long to go without the drop. Like, since we got it, I think we've probably, like, bare minimum cleared it 20 times. But we did get, I guess, one drop. We did get the Night Slayer chest once. Yeah, here we go. Now this, no one's getting these dragon's teeth now. This is great. Already got the chest fair and square. Well, see, my rationale here is I've spent now like how many months hoping to get the drop. I would feel like I was cheating myself out of the joy of getting the drop. You know, the last piece of the set. If I just used the appearance because I technically got it when I didn't realize it. I'm gonna call that one their user error, and because otherwise I would be robbing myself of the joy of seeing it drop, you know? That's my thought. They call it the sunk chest fallacy. Yeah. Precisely. Just like it's more funny that no one noticed it said collected when we were arguing about it. Yeah. I think we might have, I can't remember now. Maybe we did see it once and I just said, oh, I got that from when I was running it on my Paladin back in the day. I might have, like, someone might have brought it up and I might have just, like, basically said no. I was just wrong as well. So my bad, guys. It's probably still on me. If someone said something, I probably just said, no, if we have the appearance, I got it on a different character. I probably said that at some point. There's probably somewhere in a VOD a clip of that. Unfortunately. I think it'd be hard to find that clip though. You need to use like AI to scrub or something. You know, no, you're just kidding, of course. Oh, it's all good fun. It's actually crazy. A part of me thought you might be right. I was like, you know what? It's definitely possible that I got it in Disenchanted. Because like I think now that in hindsight, I feel like maybe you said something to me on October. Like maybe you said, or I think someone probably said something. Because there was definitely one run, I think, where someone said, did you get the night? I think you just got the Night Slayer chest and disenchanted it. It might have been that run. I don't know. It might have been you, Timmy. Do I still have the Scooby-Doo costume? Oh, I do. It's upstairs. Are you implying that the Scooby-Doo costume might be the trick to get Night Slayer chest to drop? If that's the case, I'm not putting it on until next Halloween. Nuh-uh, it'll have to wait. How crazy would it be though if we didn't get Night Slayer chest all the way until October? On Halloween, put the costume on, get the drop. Where's Zelda? Oh boy, here I go looking through the VODs again. Where's Zelda? You can stand out. It's okay. You can enjoy the live stream. You don't have to go through the VODs unless you really want to. It was said last year, around the 33-minute mark of the October video, so it might have been said in the actual video. Oh jeez. I don't even want to watch that. That's just sad. I was probably just so distracted. I don't even know. Either way, guys, I will not use the appearance until I get it again. It's only fair. I mean, here's the other thing. Like, we're still gonna be doing Molten Core. Like, we still need the binding, and Molten Core is still like a good, like, kind of like a weekly gold farm. So regardless, we'll still be killing Gar. So we may as well go for it. Oh. Wait, was it in the actual Goldbound video? Or just the stream? To be fair, the fact that it hasn't dropped another time since is pretty unlucky. It is. It actually is crazy. Found an AI where you can search closed captions. Because, yeah, there's like every video has like auto-dubbed captions, right? Like they're probably relatively accurate, so you can probably search through it like that. The hard part is as well though, I have streams on the main channel from that time, from that era as well as this channel. Might have been in the stream, but it's definitely in a VOD. It is, yes. We pulled it up because where Zelda found it. Like the Night Slayer chest drop. It's the October 31st VOD. We did confirm that it did drop, and then I did disenchant it. Yeah, so that's a rough one. That's a rough one, not gonna lie, guys. Sorum, there's a chest. We'll grab it. We got it. We'll see what loot it contains. It's a locked mithril chest. Here we go. Heavy hide, which is kind of cool. Yep. Getting some gold, no doubt. Will we get the second chest spawn? I hope so. Upgraded shoulders, leech. Oh yeah, we got the second chest spawn too. Am I planning a mailbox opening in today's stream? No mailbox opening in today's stream. If we do end up having a mailbox opening on stream, it would be tomorrow on the Friday one. Today I definitely want to like get some more trade goods, pad the meters, and then I'll be getting this stuff listed as well. But yeah, I don't want to... I think it's too risky to do transmog. Like, going on to the actual transmog character on stream. Like, last time in Dust Brawl, I leaked the name just by mailing, so I gotta be a bit more careful with that as well. Because there's a lot of ways the name can get leaked out. That's okay. Delete the haunted memo. A little ghost constantly follows you while it's in your bags. Oh. Thinking you could buy it whenever but it turns out to be a limited time thing in TBC. Ooh. Then it skyrocketed in price in Wrath. That's probably super rare. The haunted memento, hey? Or haunted memo. So as long as it is in your bags, the little ghost would follow you around. That's kind of cool. Oh yeah, reapply firewater. Roger that. That's kind of cool, but it does take up a bag slot, right? How much do those go for now? Haunted memo? I might look that up on TSM. And are they soulbound, or are they like BOE and you can just have it in your bags and sell it? That's pretty cool. I mean, back in Classic, your pets and stuff all had to be in your bags and mounts. So I wonder if it's moved to a toy now. It's BOE? Oh, it's a gray item. Oh, that's cool. Sometimes you'll find a random poster on the auction house for 500k or more. It's not a toy. Let me see if I can find this on Trade Skill Master. Haunted memo. Like a haunted memorandum? I'm getting like Shawl of Haunted Memories and stuff. Oh, haunted memento. I'm not seeing it here on my TSM, but I might be spelling it wrong. Probably spelling it wrong. Speaking of grays, has anyone actually sold spare hands on the auction house? Oh, memento. Oh, I think it's a white item, guys. Haunted memento, market value 1 million. Region sale average 450k. Yeah. Yeah, it's a white necklace. That's crazy. Wouldn't it be better to disenchant the green weapons for the 2 to 4 Eternals? Maybe the greens, because I know like the, for example, the staff here, this disenchants for on average 15 gold, but it vendors for 63. I don't know about the green item, the green weapons. Like for the most part, I think they're way more valuable vendored. I'm just trying to find a green weapon here. Like this one, this is a belt, but disenchant 9, vendor 10. I think for the most part in this dungeon, we're better off just vendoring. There's definitely some though where we're better off disenchanting. Although here, since I am using skinning as well as herb to do this farm, I would have to hold on to them, which would make the logistics a bit harder. Hold on and like mail them to an alt or something to then disenchant later. It is one reason though, I think a really good crafting alt would be an enchanter. Because then I can just literally mail off. Like if I had a crafting alt that was a disenchanter and enchanter, I could just literally mail it all off to them. Like right there, which would be quite nice. Especially for farms where it was profitable to do so. Do you get 60 gold for the staff? Yep. Yep. 60 gold for the staff. It's actually quite a bit of raw gold doing Alderman. Some of the tooltips have a vendor price that's low. Those prices are inaccurate. The TSM one is correct on these ones. So the blues tend to be 30 gold to 60 gold. And the greens vendor for anywhere from like 10 to 20 gold. Like the embossed chest plate here, vendor for 18, disenchant for 9. All right, guys, time for some BOEs. I believe. Supers Inc. Although, you gotta be careful because, like, you really want to look at the vendor prices for your level, because depending on what level you are when you run this, the item level will be different, and then the vendor price can be different as well, so... Yeah, but these ones, vendor for 26 gold, those shoulders, disenchant for 15. Wait, Ragnarok, your day has come. You saved like 100 of those back in the day, but haven't played since WoD. Wait, you have 100 haunted mementos? You're legit sitting on like 50 mil. That's crazy. Honestly, like if you haven't played but you do other Activision games, you could just like buy time, slowly sell off your mementos or whatever, and then just get BattleNet currency for other games. Because they're like a WoW, at least 2 WoW tokens each. Slow sell. It's not a bad idea. Do I drink beers? I do drink beers from time to time. If you actually have like 100 of those, they're worth 500k to 1 mil each. That's crazy. They had a pretty decent sale rate too, of like 0.02. So you could probably move them like over time. It would take a while to sell all of them for sure, but... Especially if you didn't want to like crash the price. You might actually be able to like get in contact with like another, like with like a gold goblin, like on a gold goblin forum, to get like a bulk deal where you sell all of them for like 100k each, which is gold cap. You know what I mean? Because then they would just like sell them off over time. I'm sure someone would take you up on that. Aren't the haunted mementos unique? It says consumable / other. They might have been unique. I don't know. I've never had one. There's some items like that though, where you kind of like gotta shuffle them, like keep them in your mailbox. Where I guess, yeah, if you don't have WoW time, the mailbox would have been destroyed. Did we pause the hardcore challenge? Still going on it. Still going on it. The last 2 weeks, other things have kind of popped up that I've been having to work on a little bit. But yeah, so today, the Thursday flex stream, I just gotta buy more gold. Gotta not buy more gold, make more gold. We don't buy gold, guys. Is that a chest there? It indeed is. It's Fun fact, this chest here is here every single run. Fun fact. Ooh, we got Mithril this time, actually. Exposed. Yeah. If Blizzard wants to check the logs, they can see... They can see the thousands of copper ore, so it's okay. They can check the logs. Oh, I took the wrong way around. Hello, hat time. Oh, yeah. 45 seconds. Good call. After this run, we will go do Dark Moon Firewater hat. Make sure we're getting the Dark Moon. Dark Moon value. Excellent. I'll go around, back up, and back down. Actually, I don't have to walk out the instance, so I can just go up to the top Scorpid Pit. Right? Skin those, hearth out, do the hat. As far I haven't seen, but as far as I know, there's no water in Alderman, right? Because it would be kind of cool if we could fish with the Dark Moon Firewater hat in Alda. I don't think there is one though. The mementos are not unique, just has to be on your person. Okay, so you could have a bunch like in your bags. But maybe not the bank, like maybe you can't store it in the bank. It's a shadow of what it used to be though. The shade used to follow you permanently. Now it has a random spawn chance and lasts a few seconds only, not consumed, just no longer permanent. Whoa, permanent is cool. Man. There's some cool old items like that. I had a couple, that I pulled myself of, like, the sandbox tigers. You know, from, like, the World of Warcraft TCG. The Spectral Tiger, like, sandbox tigers. I had quite a few of those, which I got from PAX myself, actually. Never got a Spectral Tiger, of course. What else did I pull? Landro's long shot. I pulled a couple pets, I think. I think I got the Spectral Cub, which nowadays all those are worth like quite a bit. I think I sold a couple of them like back in the day for a decent chunk of gold, but nothing too crazy, because it would have been like many moons ago that I got those ones. Oh, for the momentum, that makes sense. They couldn't have it following everyone around because it adds like a ton of extra characters to the world that the servers couldn't handle. I get it, but then they added like pets, right? Like, wouldn't it just be similar to like everyone having a pet summoned? I guess maybe they removed it before pets were a thing and they then improved the servers and didn't bring it back. Perhaps. They had a stupid low vendor sell price too. Man, I bet you a lot of those got vendored by accident. Heck, if I got one, I'd probably vendor it by accident.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
Cool. Fly back to the Dragon's Teeth and then back in Uldaman. The TCG cards not scratch are worth thousands. Yeah, Spectral Tiger is like, I think if like a new Spectral Tiger is like 10 to 20,000. Like if you buy it, like the unscratched card with the code. Actually crazy. Basically, everyone that played the Wrath pre-patch had one or more of those. Really? So I would have had one then, hey? I do not remember it. The Haunted Memento. I do still eventually want to go for the Swift Spectral Tiger out of the Fires of Outland booster box. I feel like for those, though, you really can't buy individual packs. It's too risky. Because they can weigh the individual, like, TCG packs to see if it has the weight difference of, like, it has, like, a loot card in it. But if you buy the sealed boxes of, like, 24 or whatever 20 packs, then you have a chance. Whereas loose packs, you have a risk that people are, like, scanning them somehow or opening them. I guess any kind of TCG, though, is always a risk. You gotta be making sure you're buying from verified sellers and stuff like that, but I do eventually want to try to get this with, like, the Swift Spectral Tiger from the box. Any treasure chests today? Just the Alderman ones. No overworld chests, unfortunately. Yeah, just Alderman. Alderman chests, but a few of those for sure. Very good. Sealed boxes can also be resealed. Yeah, I guess it's less of a risk though, but I guess it could be. I think the WoW TCG is old enough where they don't have like the proper anti-measuring technique though. Right? Because like these packs were printed like 15 years ago. You can get the box though. I think you can buy like the Taiwanese or something like that TCG for like the WoW TCG, and the codes will still work on NA. But the boxes themselves are quite a bit less than like the North American boxes that could have Spectral Tiger. Because the cards themselves aren't in English. When is the next token gold grind token video? Wait, when is the next token gold grind token video out? Goldbound? Next Goldbound is this Saturday, July 11th. Pokemon kind of fixed that pretty early. Yeah, that would be a big problem for TCGs, trading card games. Yeah, you meant Goldbound? Yeah, so this Saturday, July 11th. Also happens to be my birthday, July 11th, so that's kind of cool. Taiwanese, huh? Might explain the increase of Spectral Tigers you're seeing lately. Well, they've been around a while, those packs. There's still, like, I think it's like a regular Fires of Outland booster box set thing with like 20 packs is like 3,000. Whereas the Taiwanese ones are like 1,500, 1,200, so you get a bit of a discount on the Spectral Tiger chance. Congrats on 40. Yo, Tai. Happy early birthday. Yo, thank you, guys. We'll be turning 30 this Saturday. Not seeing any super items, which is weird. I would have thought like today, would have been a day for super items. There's a lot of duped tigers. There is a way to exploit item restoration with them. I feel like surely if the tiger was duped through restoration, that's got to be super easy to track and ban, right? Surely that like those duped tigers would have been the accounts banned, right? They didn't ban anyone that at least that you know of? Oh, wow. Gee, that's crazy. Huh. Well, I mean, I guess... Yeah, if it could be duped in-game. Like, there's a limited supply from TCG. But apparently there's a massive dupe issue in WoD. Wow. That's too bad. So that's probably where, if you're seeing more Spectral Tigers, is might be some WoD ones. I guess because, like, once people buy the duped item, like, you can't ban them. They bought a Spectral Tiger. They don't know it was duped. That's pretty bad. They were like 200k gold in WoD? What? That's crazy. Do I have any plans for the birthday? Anything fun or just hunting super items? I'm going visiting some family, going out to see my parents, brother, sister, just hang out. So we'll be offline for the weekend, but back on Monday. Man, I didn't realize Spectral Tigers for a while there were 200k. I wonder, if you search Swift Spectral Tiger on TSM, there should be no sales, right? Because, like, it would never go for 1 gold cap. Yeah. Like, no one would ever list Spectral Tiger for gold cap, because it's worth, like, many multiple gold caps, technically. Blizzard was unaware. Only indication was the price. Jeez. I guess once it's duped a couple times, it's just like GG. Yeah, I think that's been reset to 26. Yeah, getting some gold for sure. I do believe someone is here, though, farming the Dragon's Teeth. Yeah, because we were in there for a while, and there's only one up. Understandable. It's a pretty darn good spot to come grab some herbs, so... WoD did 10% of the damage to the game that Legion did. Yeah, there's a couple expansions there where people weren't all too happy. I generally, like, every expansion had a pretty good time in WoW. But, it did move away from, like... It did move away from it. Almost 2k for a sealed box seems excessive. I mean, it's... When it comes down to it, right, it's just because of the value of the cards inside. Because, like, you could pull a Spectral Tiger trading card, which is worth, like, $10,000 to $20,000, right? So it's kind of like Pokemon, where certain cards, certain boxes sell for insane amounts because they have a chance at some of these, like, super rare cards inside of them. We will continue this run, though. BRB, quick bio and refill, guys. Un momento. Sorry, Stell. I'll be right back. I'm back. Almost died here. Protein iced coffee, guys, in the books. Got a scoop of protein in there. Milk, shot of espresso. All good sources of protein. How it feels to fight in your dreams, the Trog. Yeah, let's just say our dodge chance is pretty high against these guys. Pretty darn high. That's good though. I might rip some Grizzly Hill soundtrack now or something. Where are we at here? There we go. Maybe some Dragon Blight actually. You guys are talking about vendor mounts? Yeah, I think aside from like I got on this character on Goldie because I don't have access to the old ones. I get the Pack Master, but I think the cheapest vendor mount in the game is the Traveler's Tundra Mammoth, right? From Wrath. Sold in Dalaran. I think that one... Do I have it? I don't have it on my action bar because I can't use it on Goldie. But I think that one is technically the cheapest one, right? It's like 24k for a vendor mount. Ironia. Greetings, Traveler. Jasper, you think for the protein iced coffee, instead of milk, I should use whisked egg whites? Honestly, it could be a cool kind of coffee mousse, because that's how you make meringue, is by whisking egg whites. One of my favorite, speaking of birthday, one of my favorite birthday dishes. We make it in our family. I don't know if it's popular elsewhere, but it's called mocha mousse. And it's basically like a mousse textured cake, but it has like espresso and coffee in it. It's like super soft, and it has like a kind of like almost like an Oreo cookie crumble bottom. So good. My mom was like, because I'm visiting my parents and my family for my 30th, just to spend some time. My mom was like, yo, do you want a birthday cake? And I said, mocha mousse? And so I'm going to be having some mocha mousse this weekend. I'm excited for it. And then I think we're just going to barbecue some burgers. Seen people add chocolate sauce to eggs and drink it like a chocolate milk. That's a little protein hack there. Yeah, some people do that. I have done it in the past. I don't do it regularly. You gotta make sure those egg whites are pasteurized, but I personally like to cook my egg whites if I'm going for protein versus drink them. I don't know how true it is, but I heard that the protein, if you eat the egg whites raw, it's more bound up, and it's not as bioavailable, right? You can't digest it as well. Whereas if you cook it, it breaks it down a bit, and you can like get more value from the protein. Whereas like 100 grams of raw egg whites versus 100 grams of cooked egg whites, your body can probably metabolize and use more protein from the cooked ones. I don't know how true that is. That's what I heard. Plus, yeah, the risk of salmonella. So if you do have raw eggs, don't. But if I do, only me, not no one else. Not medical advice either. You gotta make sure they're pasteurized to reduce the risk of salmonella, because it's no joke, salmonella. No joke. Most over-the-counter egg whites, where I live at least, they're all pasteurized, so you can have it raw. But there's still a risk there. True with most foods, cooking helps break things down for easy digestion. I can see that. Oh, Shoveler, guys! First BOE Blue of the day. I actually don't have this one from our sets this time. Not a bad item. It's one of like the kind of low tier blue BOEs, but a definite blue BOE, the shoveler. It's a two-handed mace. It looks like a shovel. Not bad. Current min buyout, 35k. Market value average 10k. Region sale average recently like 4k. I'll take it, guys. First drop or first blue BOE of the day. Let me put that there. We'll call it 20k. Put it up on the show and tell board, I guess you would call it. Show and tell board. What I said about cooking things is true. That's why fire helped ancient humans grow and spread besides warmth. Interesting, yeah. Because I guess it would reduce, not only like help break down the proteins, but just reduce the chance of of food-borne illnesses, I guess. Now all we need to go with the shoveler is just a pendulum of doom, please. Blizzard, thank you very much. That's all we need. Dark Wolf, there's also a difference between French meringue and Italian meringue. One is baked in the other oven and one is cooked with hot sugar syrup. Yeah, the meringue, like I'm thinking of like, you know, lemon meringue pie. Oh my gosh, lemon meringue pie is so good. It's got that like soft, like the meringue baked in the oven is kind of like light, soft, like hard to bite into. It's really good. I like meringue. Made with egg whites and sugar. Nothing but the best. Proteins and carbs. Come on now. Let's keep the leather flowing. We need the gold. We love the gold. Woodbella, you rocked Shoveler for way longer than you should have back in vanilla. It's a Mystery Men reference, which is a 90s comedy movie that held up better than most 90s comedies. Wait, did you rock it because it was like in the comedy, or because you just didn't get an upgrade for a while? Or just for the love of the game? Either way, you know, respect on it. But if you just rocked it for the love of the game, then I respect that as well. You don't really like lemon meringue? I mean, I get, you know, people, there's foods I don't like that other people really like, but I just can't fathom. I think I love lemon meringue so much, I just can't understand it. I guess it could be a texture thing. I can see the texture being off-putting to some people, but I love the flavors. Coconut cream pie, that's also good. I feel like pies, can you tell I'm in a deficit? Like I'm trying to lose weight right now for my strongman competition. I feel like pies in general don't get as much hype as they should. A good pie is as good as a good cake. You know what I'm saying? A good pie is goated. Absolutely goated. Rhubarb. Rhubarb crisp. Oh. Yeah. Sign me up for that. You just don't like meringue? Yeah. I can see, yeah, if you don't like lemon meringue, and from a texture perspective, it is pretty gelatinous-like, so that's pretty fair. What about savory pies? I do think that savory pies are good. You talking about like some kind of like minced meat, or you know? Yeah, I'm down. Yeah. Shepherd's pie, good. I just can't have peas in my shepherd's pie because I'm allergic to peas. I told my parents I was allergic to peas. They just thought I just didn't want to eat them, and they made me eat them for a bit. And then I was like, no, I'm getting hives. Like, oh, you're actually allergic to peas. Okay. Good to know. Meat pies are amazing. They're baked. Oh, I'm hungry now. What about other legumes? All legumes, yes. All legumes I'm allergic to. Well, are beans technically legumes? I guess not. Like some. I guess not all legumes. I don't think. Okay, not all legumes. But basically, like peanuts, chickpeas, peas. But I can have most beans. Yeah, like I can have haricot beans or like black beans. But I can't have chickpeas or snap peas. At least we have poutine. Yep. Ooh, poutine is really good. I could go for poutine.
None may steal the secrets of the makers.
The alpaca high lord. Oh, insignia buckler. Wish you luck, travelers. Going back to Azeroth over a year out. This time, classic anniversary. Enjoy your travels in classic anniversary. Stay safe. Also, GS Bet, you gotta head out to work. Catch you later, bro. Thanks for popping in. Have a good day at work. Yeah, basically anything that grows in a pod. I can't have falafel. Yeah, if it's a legume that grows in a pod, I can't have it. Is pretty much what my body says, which is a weird distinction for the allergy system in my body to make, but it is what it is. What about the different puddings? I like most puddings. But pudding means different things wherever you go. I think once we're over into, like, you know, the UK, pudding there, I'm a little bit scared. Because, then you get things like black pudding. A little scary for me. I don't know about that one. I'll stick to my butterscotch pudding and my chocolate pudding. Bread pudding? I have had it. I think it's pretty good. Not something I eat a lot though. Like I don't have it all the time. I think my best, like the best pudding for me is like a really good maple pudding. Where it's like maple butterscotch. I don't have pudding that much though, to be quite fair. That's probably the best in slot for me for puddings. Am I allergic to soy then? I am. Soy is a very mild allergy on that spectrum. Like soybeans, if I eat too many of them, like if I have soy milk, I have like a bunch of soy milk, I'll get itchy, but I don't have like crazy hives from it. The worst one by far is peanuts. Like I'm anaphylactic to peanuts. I like pudding. Putting my hands on valuable BOEs from Aldeban. Yeah, you got that right. I'm also allergic. I'm technically lactose intolerant, but I can have like lactose-free milk. I honestly think I couldn't, while being like a elite level powerlifter and strongman and like getting my protein intake, I couldn't be vegan. I could probably be vegetarian, but I would have to get my protein from milk and eggs, which mean I couldn't be vegan. Cause like all of the big things that if you're a vegan you use for protein sources, I just can't have. I'm allergic to. It's crazy. Vegetarian, I probably could. But yeah, like tofu, can't have it. Most like legumes, can't have them. I guess you could do you could do the bread, right? Is bread vegan? Because there's like the it's basically gluten. It's like straight gluten. I'm not allergic to gluten. But I think that's like a supplement for vegans, right? It's like basically like gluten protein. So I could probably have that. No way you could be as big or built like you am now if you were vegan? Yeah. Am I pretty much allergic to all plant-based protein? I'm not like deathly allergic to soy. Like if there's soy in the ingredients low, I would say soy is a very mild allergy. Like if I eat too much of it, if it's like straight up like soy milk and I drink 2 cups, I'll get itchy. But if it's like a down the line, like in an ingredient, I'm not going to be having any issues with that. Soy is a very mild allergy for me. I'm not going to be sitting there eating soybeans all day. That would be pretty bad for me. I'll get itchy. The worst ones by far is all nuts and like very condensed soy protein, I guess. Like I couldn't have a soy protein powder. That would be really bad. That might be more dangerous. Yeah, but I do think if I really wanted to, I think vegetarian I could do and not change my lifestyle too much or like my protein intake too much. I would just have to rely very heavily on lactose-free protein sources and eggs, which honestly probably 70 to 80% of my protein already comes from eggs and milk. So I would just have to I have like 1 meal a day that's like a large serving of chicken or beef, and I just couldn't have that if I was vegetarian. Lab-grown meat will be a much bigger thing in 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I mean, down the road, who knows what we'll be able to do. Yeah, like for example, this morning, my breakfast, I had 4 eggs, a little toast, a banana, and then lunch, I had some meatballs. Pathway made meatballs when I was making my protein coffee, so I had a couple meatballs. But then like a protein shake after stream. I'll probably have another protein shake, which is just like milk and protein powder. Without beans, what could I even eat for protein besides dairy and eggs? I don't think anything. I guess the seitan or whatever, the gluten protein. But even then, like beans, being like a bodybuilder or like a strongman powerlifter, it's insanely hard, even with like supplemented protein powders, to hit your protein goal when you're trying to have like very few calories. So like beans wouldn't be a reliable protein source while cutting. Because like to get my protein in from beans, even they come with like quite a bit of fats and carbs. I would have to reduce my overall protein intake, I think. Does my milk come in bags? No. That's more, well, some places in Canada does do that. More of an East Coast thing, I think. Yo, Kill Greed, greetings traveler with a tier 1. Welcome in, welcome in. Came here actually to inform you that you're tired of refreshing the YouTube page waiting for the next video. I can give you a little insider information that the next video will be July 11th, this Saturday, and it will be a Goldbound. You can still got lentils, they're pretty protein dense for their calories. I'm 95% sure I'm allergic to all lentils as well. Lentils. Because lentils are a legume. Wait, Killgreed. You get a video for your birthday? Is your birthday July 11th? Because my birthday is July 11th, bro. We're birthday buddies. That's legit. And happy birthday. Well, happy early birthday. Look at that. That's crazy. Do we just become best friends? I think we just became brothers. Birthday brothers. That's hilarious. The upgrade? Oh, every time that this had upgrades, I'm just waiting for it to proc with plus speed. One day we'll get the plus speed on the helmet, man. One day. Maybe not today. And you like to lift? Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm turning 30. I am. Also currently prepping for the... It's like the World's Natural Strongman. Going down in August in Scotland. Just got a new sandbag for it. The 310 bag. The 140 kg bag. That bad boy's heavy. This is 6'4" madman that plays WoW and nerds out shamelessly. Let's go. You're turning 35, so you win. Hey, but I'm only 6. Like I'm a hair's breadth under 6'1", so you got me on height, bro. Six 1 250. If I hit the token price for the video, will I spin on Sunday or Monday? Yo, Killgreed with the 5 gifted subs. Welcome in to all the gifties, and Killgreed, appreciate the gifteds. Happy birthday. Thank you, Borther. Happy birthday to you as well. Happy birthday to you as well, and appreciate the 5 gifted, man. As well as the... You just came in with the sub as well. Let's go. Let's see if the gifted subs increases drop rate of super items. Rumor has it does. Congrats on the IRL ding. Yo, thank you. Oh, yeah, but if we get the token price for the video, will we spin... It depends. If I sell something big tonight, we might spin tomorrow. Or probably Monday. Probably Monday. Yo, GoochTube with a Twitch Prime on the hype train as well. Rocking the early hype train. Let's go. While we're skinning. Chest. Got a chest to open up as well. So less. No, you should never tell me the odds, but in a room full of 75 people, there's a 99.9% chance you'll share a birthday with at least one other person in that room. Is that true? Wouldn't it have to be more? Oh, yo, Killgreen with the 5 more gifted, bro. What the? You said run it back? That came through again? What the heck? I appreciate that, man. Welcome in. Welcome in. 10 gifted on the day for Killgreed, plus 1 sub. Appreciate the support, brother. 255 currently. We're pretty much the same weight then. In your army days, you had around 230. Yeah, I compete at 230 generally in powerlifting and strongman. I just cut weight for it. I cut water. So with strongman, they have 24-hour weigh-ins for the most part. So I cut about 20 pounds of water for that. But for powerlifting, I compete in the IPF. So I get down closer to like 235, and I only cut like 3 or 4 pounds of water because they're on 2-hour weigh-ins, which is just hard to cut and maintain performance anything more than that. Hold on. If I'm turning 30 this year, how could I have played in Wrath? You'd be 11 at most while I was 12 and up. Uh-oh. I guess I, you know, don't necessarily follow all the guidelines. Yep. Straight to jail. I guess we probably shouldn't talk about how... no, actually, I'm never mind. I won't say it on stream. I don't want to get banned. Talk about it? We'll leave that one be. We'll let sleeping dogs lie. Do I have a Discord or something? Yeah, I'll drop it here, man. We got a in the Discord. I do have like I forget what it's called. It's like a lifting and stuff channel. So definitely, man, anything lifting, nutrition, cut and prep stuff, 100% you can drop it in there. Yeah, we got a lifting channel on the Discord. It's yeah. I just I'll post my lifts sometimes, and then if we ever have like a competition where we're like live streaming it or something, we drop the link in there too. OSRS after ban? Yeah. OSRS is good, you know? At least we know if we somehow get banned from WoW, there's always RuneScape. Would have been playing WoW at 6 if your parents let you? I would have been too, man. I remember my brother and I wanted to play WoW super bad. And I first played on a free trial account. And then we got it here. And then like I think I played on a free trial during legit vanilla. Like I think I was like 9. Let me just think. How old are you? In grade 4. Yeah, I was 9. Playing the free trial of WoW. So definitely well below the age recommendations, which may be why I couldn't get the full version. I can't remember. I remember my brother and I played the free trial, and we went to my parents and we're like, hey, can we get this game? And they said no. They probably looked at the age recommendation of 12 and plus and said, nah. And then maybe once my brother was allowed to play, I was able to play as well for some reason. How that works out. Couldn't play at the same time though. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah, back in the day, my brother and I, for any video games, we had time limits. So my first experience with Classic WoW, or I guess it was Burning Crusade when I was leveling, I couldn't play more than 30 minutes a day, guys. Do you know how little you can do while leveling when you log in and have 30 minutes to play the game? Some days on Classic WoW, that's literally walking to the different quest hub. Like, that's it. You get to walk. And then you spend all night, you know, looking up, you know, on, like, on Thoughtbot, like, what quests are going to be there and what's going on. I literally think it just, like, as I had a developing brain, I basically just trained me to absolutely love World of Warcraft. Because I could only play 30 minutes a day. And all of a sudden, hey, it worked out. Look at us now. Hey, it all worked out in the end. Yo, guys, hype trait. We got the hype train level 4. Dropped the choo-choos here in the chat here. Got some more gold goblins out here too, guys, that looks like. Let's see, got a lot to either vendor or just get rid of. I'll just mail it off, 1 sec. Full cam here. Will I mail to the transmog alt? Groups, mail selected. Every time I type my transmog character's name in, I'm afraid I'm gonna read it out loud. I literally almost do it. Not ideal. Alright, that should be good for now. Looks like Boo is gone, so I can take off the cam too. Battle Damsel was 25 playing vanilla. Excuse me while I grab my walker. You found your people. Welcome in, traveler. Did I reset the dungeon? Just posted most recent pick and delete after. I want to have more travelers posting in like the fitness channel, so I'm down to leave it. I like you know, having a bit of like a lifting environment culture in the Discord. It's cool. I like what people post in there in that channel. Also have 4 cats, so you get extra brownie points for everyone as well. Yeah, we got. I'll show you here. Where is it? Where's it at? We got the. You haven't seen Poncho. We got the Pathol 2 ponchos. That's 1 cat, and we got Boo as well. Boo was the one that was on screen, but then we also got a dog, Stella, who they tend to come and go. So we got 2 cats, 1 dog that show up on stream now sometimes. Although, yeah, no additional party members today since Boo left. WoW has no age limits, really? It really doesn't. No, it really doesn't. You lift the baked goods you make. Does that count as lifting enough for the Discord? Yep. 100%. That definitely counts as lifting. Fun fact of the day, in 60 minutes you'll have your WoW token if the price stays the same. Yo, let's go. In the meantime, can always farm a little bit of raw gold just in case. I hope, usually though the afternoon the token starts to come down a little bit. Oh, we procced a void and it's not speed on the helm. One of these days we're gonna proc it with speed. But Snorers, once you get the token, congrats on the Duskwood completed. Duskwood is a good Goldbound zone for sure. Posted a ton of Essence of Undeath for a bit cheaper than usual to insta-sell it. I see a fellow enjoyer of the forbidden strats. The fire sale strats. Sometimes you gotta do it, man. When you're close to the token, you're like, hey, I'll take a haircut to sell these items right now, you know? I get it, man. Sometimes you gotta do it. The forbidden strat. Razzer, probably had this question numerous times, but just tuned in. How was the LAN? Actually, we haven't talked about the LAN today. We talked about it earlier this week. The LAN was great, man. We had a good time. Unfortunately, the Hardcore Priest has fallen. And when I say Hardcore Priest has fallen, I mean Priest Alarics fell to their death in wetlands. Just traveling. So that was not good, but the rest of the LAN was really good. Had good times, good food, good drinks, good company. Can't complain. And the Paladin, the Hardcore Paladin, remains alive, so that's all that matters. If I had played the Paladin more, maybe he would have died. So, it was good though. It was a lot of good fun. Looking forward to the next LAN. What are we at here for these loots as well? So we're at 394 of the heavy. I might end up selling this heavy hide as is. I do have, I think, 80 or 100 of the cured heavy hides. I'm trying to sell like 10,000 gold worth of cured heavy hides. So I don't want to oversaturate my market on that and not be able to sell them very fast. So I'll probably sell the basic heavy hides as is. Because I already have a ton of cured hides. Regal Star, okay. Held an offhand. Actually kind of a cool offhand though. It says average sale price 2k, value 10k. Not a bad piece to get. We haven't gotten one yet. That's a first for us here. There's none on the auction house. And remember, every mob here could be a super. Keep that in mind. I believe. Don't know why, but you really want Undercity because then you can do Scarlet Monastery. I get that. I mean, Scarlet Monastery is a cool dungeon to farm, both for transmog, but also potentially like a raw gold angle a little bit in there. But yeah, that'd be a cool one to get. What zones are you rolling for there, Snores? I think you said you had. Well, if you have Duskwood, yeah. Wait, is Deadwind Pass now available for you? Was it available before? You got Westfall, South STV. Okay, so you split South and North Stranglethorn Vale. Fair. Undercity, North Barrens, Ishara, Deadwind Pass, Red Ridge. Some good ones, man. Some good ones. Oh, there we go. Well, if you end up rolling today, Snores, let us know. Let us know what you get. I'm always curious. I feel like this zone has taken a hot minute. Granted, don't know my time played compared to the others. It's taking a bit. The thing about this zone is, like, with Alderman, like the dungeon, we have, from this zone, probably 1.5 million in item value, like transmog value, but no sales coming through. So we've gotten, like, a lot of value. We spent a lot of time building up a bit of a stockpile. We just haven't had too much sales from it. So I've been, the last couple of days, biasing a little bit more to, like, the consistent gold, the trade goods, and like, raw gold and stuff like that. But I'd say, as far as, you know, total played time, it'll be, like, a middle average, maybe a bit higher because of that. Yeah. How many hours already in Badlands? Well, I do run Zone Timer, but my Zone Timer got reset after the first week of Badlands. So, like, right now, in the Overworld, for example, I have 18 hours. It's probably realistically a bit higher, maybe like 6 hours higher. So I would guess in the Badlands, I have 24 hours. And then I'll see how much I have in Alderman, because whatever it says on Loot Appraiser, it's probably add 8 hours. Because I think I lost it on about 12 hours. And let me go check the Dragon's Teeth. Yeah, I think we have probably 8 extra hours in Alderman that didn't get caught on this Zone Timer. My old one got corrupted and I swapped the new one. I don't know if it got corrupted when I swapped or because I swapped, or it just happened to happen at the same time. But I do like the new one for tracking the zone time. But yeah, once we get into Alderman, we'll see how much time played in there, because the Alderman tracks separately from Badlands. Got 56 hours in Duskwood. To be fair, a lot of that will be AFK. I think Zone Timer, it stops tracking when you're AFK. So if it's based on Zone Timer, Snores, that probably wouldn't be AFK time. Because like if you AFK, it'll say zone timer stop tracking because AFK. So it's only active played time on zone timer. Maybe other stuff will sell off and help speed up the next zone. Exactly. It'll just go to the whole backlog of overall. So Alderman, we have another like 8 hours. So probably total Alderman time 21 hours. So we're over. I bet we're about 50 hours played in Badlands. There's 2 versions of Alderman? Yes. This is the original, like the classic version of Alderman. Then in, correct me if I'm wrong, Dragonflight. Let me show you the journal here. So, in Classic, we have what we're in right now, which is Alderman. Right? Basic Alderman. And then if we go to Shadowlands, there is Alderman. Oh wait, no, Dragonflight. It's Dragonflight. Alderman Legacy of Tyr, which is similar but looks different. This is a Dragonflight dungeon. I have indeed tested it. It is quite good for raw gold. Like vendor prices and stuff, like vendor trash. And just raw gold looted. It's like 5,000 gold per hour, like raw. It doesn't have the super items, though. Issue is I'm half AFK half the time. Running around watching Netflix. Or in AFKing for rares. Yeah. I haven't done, compared to the other zones, too much time AFKing for rares. What I've been doing a bit more, if I'm editing or something, is I'll kind of AFK the Dragon's Teeth respawn. Like, I'll just pretty much edit while at Dragon's Teeth, and just grab them as I go. Like, every 10 minutes, just, like, pick all the Dragon's Teeth. Seems to be working pretty well. I might have to do a couple more undercuts, though, because I do have, like, a lot of value in leather that still hasn't sold. When a rare spawns, you get a notification on your PC. Yeah. I have... like, on the actual PC, that's kind of cool. I just get, like, my World of Warcraft light up. And sometimes it's rare, and sometimes it's me being attacked by something. Not gonna lie, it's a good protein mocha. Not gonna lie, it's really good. Got every Duskwood rare item, you think? Oh, nice. For your Duskwood run, Snores, what would you say is... like your auction house, like how much you've made, trade goods versus transmog? The mining trainer in Duskwood is quite nice for smelting higher level stuff. Man, I don't know why. I just love doing Alderman Scorpid runs. Perhaps one day while doing an Alderman Scorpid run, we'll do the we'll get a super, maybe. You got quite lucky with transmog sales, actually. All right, that's good. A little luck goes a long way with the Goldbound targets, not gonna lie. When's the next video dropping? July 11th. It'll be a Goldbound. So this coming Saturday. Goldbound episode. Would say 230k trade good, 110k transmog. That's a pretty reasonable split. Yeah, that's a good split, I think. Some good transmog sales, but also some really good trade good too. And then how much of that trade good would you say is Essence of Undeath? Essence of Undeath is so goated. Man, it's so good. Grave Moss is also pretty good there though. 210k, fair. Understood. Yeah, Grave Moss can be not bad. You got Iron Ore as well there. It is kind of a hassle to fly around Duskwood though, dual gathering with all the trees. Recipe daily ZG runs and a tiny bit of dual gathering. Yeah, the dual gathering isn't too... It's not very chill in that zone. It's just low-hanging trees. I remember trying to get my iron ore, like enough iron ore to level up blacksmithing or mining or something. And it was a hassle farming in Duskwood. You're better off almost just like being on the ground and not going into the sky. There's just so many trees. What do I do with the tokens so far? I got a couple in the bags. I have bought a Brutosaur for myself, which is like worth like 10 tokens. Gave away a Brutosaur to a viewer as well. I can't like give away the actual tokens, so the giveaways I've done have to be like basically the BattleNet currency equivalent of it. I've also for Goldie with the tokens we've gotten the Grizzly Hills Packmaster mount, which is a vendor mount. So kind of like quality of life upgrades for the character is more or less what I end up doing. The Brutosaur was the biggest one. Right now we have 6 in the bags, 6 tokens in the bags. You can't, the funny thing is with WoW tokens, you actually can't put them in your bank or the Warband bank or the mailbox. The only way you can hold them on your character is in your inventory, so they have to take up spots, unfortunately. So once and then 10 is the max. So once we get to 10, I'll have to redeem these ones and do something. So yeah. Is the hat off cooldown? Ooh, actually, I think it just came off cooldown. Good call. Good call, Peter. Yeah, I think it is off cooldown. It must have just. Let's go. Let's get some Darkmoon Firewater. This music is pretty ominous. What the heck? Which song is this? Naxxramas Abomination. I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one. I'm scared. Nax. You guys got it. Yeah, it was Nax. It was a bit much. It was a bit much for me, though. A little too high tension, I think. Snora's token came down 2k? Oh, you're good. You're good to go. You have maybe like 2 or 3 more refreshes until the sold Essence of Undeath hits your bags. And I would wager a guess and say that if it went down 2k, the next updates will either be at like neutral or a little bit down as well. Yeah, you're currently enjoying some Irish firewater yourself. Now is that some Mountain Dew per se, or some more of a creamer? I'm scared. I'm scared too, don't worry. The music was unsettling. Currently drinking some British mineral water. Very good. Starts with the J and ends with the Amison. Ah, yes, so the Mountain Dew variety. If you want to hear a good song, search... What's it called? This is my favorite song to drink whiskey to. It's... Is this the right one? It's Mountain Dew, but I forget which... Yeah, this is it. The Clancy Brothers with Tommy Mackham, Mountain Dew. I love that song. Should be this year. That's the one. That's my go-to. Whistle along kind of Irish whiskey song. How are we looking for things to be vendored? Oh, we actually, in a couple of runs, I got to open these lock boxes. We got like 6 lock boxes here. These dudes' sweaters are unreal. Yeah, dude. They get it, man. I listen to that. Pathwife hates it because I just start whistling the song all day. And like it's basically like yodel, like Irish yodeling. It's so good. Read that mineral water is really good for you and you need to be drinking that. Keeping the electrolytes going. Did this just stop playing music? The guys and I should recreate that photo at the next LAN. Oh, that would actually be gold. That would be gold. We definitely, all day, man. We've had quite the competition with the Dragon's Teeth. I've pulled 2,000 gold worth, but we're working on it. I might end up hitting my bank. I might have to like leave this run early to go vendor and stuff, but we'll see if we can do it. Renegade gauntlets, that is. Now all we need now for the perfect day is a super drop. Papal Fez, Pendulum of Doom, any of the above really. Let's go. Oh. I saw the Twilight Cowl and then 2 blues and I thought for a second, maybe. You had mail and got excited? It's 1 gold, not quite enough. Man, it's so frustrating waiting for retail gold to come through. Because at least in Classic, you know how it takes, like when something sells, it takes 60 minutes to go to your mailbox? At least in Classic, it'll show you the countdown. It'll be like 14 minutes for this, 30 minutes for this. Retail doesn't do that. It shows you like the first 3 minutes, and then it's just like somewhere in the nether for the next 57 minutes.
None may steal the secrets of the Matrix.
Where is the super message? Well, we're gonna get him. That's all the message I need. Why do I always skip the room on the left entrance? Plenty of decent mobs around there. I sometimes full clear the whole dungeon, but right now this run is optimized just for skinning, so I'm basically getting in and like for the most part just prioritizing killing the scorpids and skinning the scorpids. Because it ends up being 9 runs per hour. So the more efficient I can be and skip other mobs, I get higher density of skinning per hour. And so I'm trying to balance like the trade goods versus like potential super drops. But I'm really prioritizing at least these runs the skinning is why. So I don't go out of the way for other ones. Yo, Bomansky, welcome back. Been on holiday for almost 2 weeks. Hope the holiday was good. Did we get any super items? I would say no true supers. We've gotten some good drops though. Gotten some good like patterns and stuff. But yeah, no super items. No like 1 mil pluses. Well, yeah, no 1 mil pluses. I did get the star belt, which is good. The pattern for the star belt. That's like 100k to 200k. I got another pattern off stream that I haven't said what it is. There's been some speculation. There's been some speculation most definitely on what pattern it was, but that'll have to wait for the video. But always going for the chances. Oh yeah, Dark Moon. Oh yeah, I didn't drink it, did I? Lesser Parry still drops here. I'm pretty sure it does. That's not what I got though, but I think it does. There's definitely some recipes that still drop and some training things that still drop. I do go out this way though, because I am optimizing for the 2 chests. And so if I go out this way, kill the boss for the raw gold. He drops some pretty good, like 2 blues that set vendor for quite a bit. It's like 27 gold vendor and 26 gold vendor, so a quick 50 gold raw. And I come out this way to see if this chest has spawned, which it has this time. And then I just hit the Scorpion pack at the top here. And basically run south to the back exit, because the back exit is the fastest spot to reset. So yeah, this whole run is pretty much optimized around kills per hour, but also just skinning per hour within the dungeon. Needs coffee. Looking forward to the eventual RFK and RFD farms. Those will be good. There is something very satisfying just about dungeon farming. Just in general, like any dungeon. We'll definitely eventually do some RFK, RFD runs. However, I think in Classic, one of them is technically 1,000 Needles, and one is Barons. So they won't be in the same zone, which is kind of cool. They'll be separated by 2 different zones. We could spin those next. Both those zones, Barons and 1,000 Needles, are on the potential zone spin. Courtesy of Dustwallow Marsh. Yeah, bags are pretty darn full here. Let's go ahead and destroy trash. Remember never leaving Strath back when you were in high school until you got Baron mount? Rivendare's Death Charger. Spent weeks in there. That's intense. That's a sick mount though. Most definitely. The gold milestones in the zone timer add-on are a little bit bugged. So it's tracking like by the hundreds of gold, but it's saying thousands. And I get a notification every 100 gold, so it's kind of pretty frequent, to be honest. You have an unwritten rule that you have to do 100 of every dungeon you unlock at least. I like that. Did 300 runs of Ragefire Chasm when you had Duratar. How good is RFC for Duratar? I feel like it wouldn't be bad. I feel like it wouldn't be bad. You could probably do more than 10 runs per hour there as well. Down to the Scar of the World Breaker. Checking in. And unfortunately, as kind of is usual for the day, pretty much all the dragon's teeth are gone. Yeah, that's too bad. Huh. Alright. I do think this would be like quite good if every time you left there is like the 12 spawns. Could be quite good. Let's see here. You know what? Let's throw it back. Little Elwyn. Death Charger took hundreds of runs for you. It's no joke. It's like below a 1% drop chance, right? The Rivendell's Death Charger. There's not too many mounts though that you can do. Or that dungeon, like, you can keep resetting it over and over, right? Conjurers. Conjurer's Gloves of the Quick Blade. Okay. Roger that. Watch out to all these guys. Oh, every time we get a drop out here, I hear the ding, I get a bit excited, but nothing too crazy here. Nothing too crazy yet. Another chance at the helm.
None may steal the secrets of the makers.
Ironea. No drops. But yeah, like this weapon here, as you see, vendor sell price 63 gold. So it's kind of actually not too bad to kill her every run. Even though it does take a little extra time. That's just free raw gold right there. Not to mention all this thick and heavy leather we're getting. I'm gonna put it over here and have a look. Because those are the main ones right here. Like, we got 2.2k there, 2.5k, so 4.7. Like 7.8. So yeah, we're over 10k in like trade goods from the skinning here. It's pretty good. Skinning and herb. Oh yeah, tokens going down a little bit. Hopefully the EU and the NA tokens are tracking each other. Every little bit the token goes down, I mean, it'll fluctuate, but especially on the days that we're trying to buy a token, every little bit that it goes down is just basically gold in our pockets that we don't have to earn for the token. Definitely a few iron lock boxes here. I've had pretty good luck moving various meats and cooking supplies recently. It's kind of surprising how good some of these old world cooking supplies in particular can work. I've definitely seen different things. Like, back when we were doing the turtle farm, turtle meat would spike up pretty high pretty quickly. Is there a market for the huge venom sacks for making anti-venom? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I have them set to junk. Because they vendor for 1 silver, 50 copper, and they sell on the auction house for 2 silver. So there's really no market for them. Yeah. Spider belt pattern. Not bad. We're like 5 herbs off digging. I think a few. We need like 5,000 XP. I think it'll be like 50 herbs, I think. Maybe more. With such high vendor prices, wouldn't just straight full clears with 0 skinning be a contender? Due to more raw gold plus chances at supers? So I have tested both. The bonus value I'm getting from the skins works out to about 5,000 to 6,000 like gold in trade goods. Whereas full clearing all of Elderman for the raw gold is about 1,200 raw gold per hour. And I think I have a hunch that these runs, because we're resetting every like 6 minutes and killing super high density mobs, it's probably pretty close to the same number of kills as full clears. So I think from a consistent gold and super perspective, the skinning is quite good as far as consistent gold, because it's like the 5 to 6k versus about like 1 to 1.2 from vendor trash. But yeah, doing full clears is by no means bad. It just is a little bit slower on the raw gold perspective. Live goblin reaction. Greetings, traveler. Another day, another Goldbound. Let's go. But even these scorpions, they can drop supers. But yeah, I think like overall, if you're doing like a ton of Ultimate, it's probably good to mix up both. Whichever one you're kind of feeling that day to roll with that one, I'd say. Bags are getting full here. There we go. Upgraded. Yeah, just prismatic. Cool, cool. But alright, guys. I'm going to pause here. The afternoon, I'm probably going to be AFKing a little bit of farms and working on the edit. Got a fair amount to do here for the edit. But we will be back live tomorrow. So GG's, guys. Thanks for popping in today. We'll get all this stuff listed, get some more gold going. We'll see if we end up doing a mailbox clear on Friday, on tomorrow, or Monday. We'll kind of see where we're sitting. See what the vibe is. But until then, go with honor, friend.